No, don't give him a. Ah, it's an insult, oh. Even grandma, I'm not sure. Don't give her. How are you doing? People think I like food too much. Amachi, have I eaten today at all? This is my first meal today. Turn side up, ciabatta bread, Pepsi Light, and a sausage. Thank you. So good. Someone say yam and egg. No, it's ciabatta bread, freshly baked. When I tell you people that in America you cannot eat like we eat, you go they do like say the yap una. Una they bake bread for una house. This is traditional Italian bread that requires a special type of oven. I love that thing go be like the person they yap people. Until you're able to bake bread in your house. The only bread I don't eat outside bread, except very rarely. The only bread I eat now taste buds they bake out for me. And this is artisan bread, though, not just your regular bread. Even ordinary bread, how many people they feed bake bread? One of my friends came to my house. Oh wow, okay. Excuse me. Ciabatta is Italian bread. We have brioche too. Taste buds makes like 7 different types of bread. Plus the one that has raisins inside, sourdough. She makes all the bread, all the different types of bread, or at least a good lump of different types of bread. So the topic today is this lady called me. What happened though was when I posted Taste Buds hair with cornrows, and I said, the woman is fine even without her. Kí lorúkọ girl yìí? Adébímpé Phillips. Ṣé wọ́n ni mò ń wò lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ yìí? Adébímpé, my friend from way back. On Instagram, she's known as Lady Midolce. Ọmọ Èrúwà àbí bolo ti wáyé náà. Very fine girl. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, the lady now sent me a message, said this cornrow, say they give her, they traumatize her. I said, why? Why should cornrow traumatize you? She said that a guy she was dating for 5 years broke up with her because he wanted a natural looking girl. He kept saying it. He wasn't a pushy guy, so he wasn't that guy that would say, don't ever wear this kind of hair or don't ever do this. He just used to subtly complain about it. Then one day he broke up with her, and then 3 months later he married a girl he met 5 months before he married her. So he met her 2 months before he broke up with her and then got married to her. This girl had low-cut curls, never used to do her nails, never wore wig, and never did lashes. So the girl said I should talk to the guy and let me even see what happened, that the guy broke up with her for no reason. So it was when I talked to the guy said that he doesn't like artificial things. That he doesn't like, even human hair, he doesn't like it. He doesn't even like attachment braids. That if they cannot braid your natural hair, they should leave it. And he kept saying it, but she never understood. He said he didn't like makeup. So I was like, why would you expect a man to leave what he likes and follow what you like? And I was like, a lot of women make this mistake. You want somebody else to like what you like by force. He said he liked her, but he didn't want to be the rest of his life with someone. He said, He said that he didn't like weaves. He didn't like braids, but he could manage weaves. He didn't like artificial nails, but he could manage a dull color like beige or... He said he didn't like... He said artificial eyelashes, he despised it. That one he cannot even stand. So I was thinking about it and I was like, if I don't like, for instance, me, I just realized that me too, I don't like lashes. Oh. I don't like it on my kids. I despise it. I hate it. But I don't stop my kids from wearing them. But do I want to be stuck for the rest of my life with a woman where they wear lashes? God forbid. God forbid. Amarachi, have you ever worn lashes before?
No.
Do you like lashes?
Depends on the type.
Thank God my wife doesn't wear often. I don't like lashes. I don't like at all. And the more the lashes, the wilder the lashes, the more I despise it. I don't know how to explain it. The more the lashes are plenty in the eye, the more it is annoying to me. So maybe if you add a few here and there. This ciabatta is nice. Babe, did you make the sausage yourself? Okay, this particular one we bought it. Because even sausage in my house, now my wife, they make them. The only thing my wife doesn't do is lay egg. Any other thing that you see us eat in this house, now my wife, they cook them. Except the eggs, the milk, and the butter. So I want to finish eating so I can attend to you people. Amara, I'm done, my love. This was so nice. Thank you so much. You really got the egg. my baby. So, will I break up with a good girl because of lashes? No, I probably won't. But I'll complain. Because, I'm not a subtle guy. I will complain. I don't like it. Like, for instance, I don't like braids. And my reason is it takes too long to put on and too long to put off. The day they want to wear the braids, you fit dey there 7 hours. The day they want to remove the braids, you fit dey there again another 7 hours. And it's only neat for a week. After that 1 week, it starts to look rough. Then it starts to smell. So I don't like, it's too much trouble. A wig, you just wear it on your head. A weave, they'll just sew it onto your hair. You understand? The day they want to style it, they'll style it. I like wigs. And what I also like about wigs is, excuse me, it showcases a man's money on his wife. When you take care of the wig is like a beautiful Persian or, babe, those wigs that you wear, what country are they from? Someone said he met her with lashes and expects her to quit. I need to also have that conversation with you. I might meet you and like everything about you except one thing. And I will spend some time trying to cajole you into not ahead. Then he also said he doesn't like O and bears, that she's into O and bears. That he doesn't like it. That O and bear, that every Saturday, every once in a month, every 2 weeks, there's always one person doing wedding, one person, that he just does not like that life. He wants a more quiet, calm. You understand? And sometimes, yeah, some women can be very stressful. One thing many women don't understand is, in as much as men love beautiful women, in as much as men love hardworking women, men want peace of mind. I asked him one question. I said, if she stopped doing wigs, doing all those artificial things and stopped the OMB, he said you'll have married her with since that therefore no date reached 5 years. That 5 years was him just trying to explain to her that I don't like these things. And he's a very soft-spoken guy. You know those people, this is how he talks. When I was talking to him, Daddy Freeze, I don't like those things. And I kept trying to explain to her, but she just did not understand. So now those people will no get power to shout. Come. There's a Guinness can there. Let me put it in the freezer. Let it sit there and rest with 2 buds in the freezer. Someone said the man doesn't love the woman. I need you to understand what they taught us about love is twisted. Love is what did they say about love, Amarachi? Define love for me. Love is everlasting. Babanla nonsense. Now Igbo people love 9 day everlasting. If you marry person we won't buy you, the love go end. Love is not acceptance. I totally disagree with that. Yes, you are going to accept some things, but you're also going to let some things go. Me, for instance, I know if you marry person where they carry lashes. Maybe once in a while, maybe for one party, once a year, I will just manage and look away from you for that period. But say you go, they wear lashes, they follow me. Baba, na problem you they find. And one thing that makes men fall out of love with women, and I'm saying this as a man, is a man tends to love a woman more when she listens to him, when he can see that this woman is listening. You understand? Men tend to love women more when women tend to listen. Men don't like BBL. They might like a BBL babe for the knacks, but to carry BBL put for house, me I no fit to. I like natural things. And I don't want to be force-fed what I don't like. You understand? If I like, let me give you an example. If I like egusi, and I want to eat pounded yam and egusi, and my health allows me to eat pounded yam and egusi, I don't want to come home and you are giving me the best jollof rice in the world. I don't want jollof rice. I want pounded yam and egusi. You understand? Now, sometimes they say you met her doing lashes and going to Owambe's. Sometimes men meet women and believe that, okay, out of 10 things you are doing that I don't like, you can drop maybe 3 or 4. The ones I can manage, I'll manage. And then they see some level of yielding. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Marriage, Adebimpe, men don't want to marry BBLU. You know, say you, your own are natural. You get them natural. So this one, you don't even feel judge because you na natural, you carry and come from heaven. Unless you don't go walk them. And last time I saw you, don't look like something where they walk. I have dated women with BBL. When it started coming down, it looked nasty. It was not a good feeling at all. Listen, when I'm done talking, I'll bring Bimpe, make Bimpe come talk this matter. Is John here? Everybody don't they look for John because they know say John go scatter everywhere. Why would I like problem like this? Some women will say, take me as I am. Now, here's the problem. I can take you as you are. But what if one day I now meet what I want? That's the danger. See, the guy would have married her if he did not run into a girl that is what he really wants. That's where the problem happened. He took her as she was, and they were dating, and they had a great relationship. And to the girl, she felt he was everything to her. Until he met a girl that fits into what he wanted. And then 2 months later, he called her and said, you know what? I can't. She could not believe because there was no quarrel. He just said, I don't want to continue with this relationship. And he gave a flimsy excuse. And then 4 months later, she heard that he was marrying this girl. She could not believe it. She almost ran mad. So I want us to have this conversation. He said it categorically that if the girl was, because now when I spoke to the girl was also very sharp-mouthed. You could tell from her tone. She was a good girl. She was a good girl, but she was a bit sharp-mouthed. And this guy, they talk like, I don't, I've never seen that kind of person. As in, the guy will talk one. So already, you are already boxing him into a corner with your sharp mouth. Now, you are doing all the things he doesn't like. Oh, somebody's sending me cakes. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, FC Pinky. He loved her. You see, my problem is he loved her, but he found that he couldn't live with her. And you see, when you love somebody, but you realize that this person is not good for me, the love starts to fade. You might love something. Some people think I like cars, but you don't realize that I love bikes more than cars. But because I can fall on a bike and get really injured, my love for bike, as they see me, they watch documentary on bike. Ask my wife. I'm up to date on all the bikes, but I don't have a bike. No, doesn't mean I don't love it, but it's too much trouble. So sometimes you love, because this is the excuse women, I'm talking to women now. Somebody is going to leave you and follow somebody they met 2 months ago and marry the person in 4 months, and then you will come and cry to Daddy Freeze because I don't like to hear word. The sad thing is, this happened to the lady when she was 32. Now she's 37. The guy has 4 children, 2 sets of twins, 2 boys and 2 girls from his new wife, and they not get problem. So, when somebody will not get power to shout, first of all, they shout. They can't calm you down. You know some women that once they start, you can't calm them down. There's nothing you can do. And if you shout, me, if you shout. If my wife they shout and I shout, I go match them. But I guess some people know if you shout, they look you. And in his heart, he loves you, but he doesn't want to deal with this. So he'll be using style to tell you, stop shouting. I don't like shouting. Stop. Hey, then one day we leave you and go and marry the person that is talking one like him. Someone says you are not there. I spoke to both of them, and both of them said exactly the same thing. So I don't need to be there. It's like I come and meet Ade Bimpe. I say, Bimpe, why did your boyfriend leave you? He said, because I snore too much. And I called the boyfriend. I say, why did you leave Bimpe? He said, because she snores too much. There's no argument. There's no argument. Nobody, there are no hidden. The guy put his cards on. They said, this is why I left, and I'm happily married now. I really loved her. She's still my good friend. They are still good friends. But he said that for a wife, he could not deal with that fake life. And when he was talking about it, I thought about it myself. And I'm like, one of the reasons why I love my own wife is because she's very natural. When I first met Tazeball, she used to make up. Not strong makeup, mild makeup. And I still used to tell her that I don't like it. I like very, very almost invisible makeup. Nigerian women make up like they are drag queens. Go and watch this show that they are doing with all of them are there. The Bold and the Beautiful. What's this show that celebrity people are doing? They dress and they make up like masquerades. I don't know who deceived them into thinking that it is beautiful. They are still friends. They are friends good enough that the girl could tell him to ask him, Daddy Freeze, gave me the guy's number, ask him why he left me. And I called the guy and the guy picked. I said, this is the reason, because I was interested in the story. A Nigerian woman does not think she's beautiful until she looks like a masquerade. Until she looks like she came to a building to haunt it. until she looks like she stepped out of a morgue 5 minutes ago. A Nigerian woman does not think she's beautiful. Now, I understand the ones we were war, but there are some very beautiful women that once you scrape that foundation off, that's where their true beauty is. But they agree. Now, what you don't realize is makeup makes you age quicker. It messes up your skin. It messes up your skin. Guys, this thing where they talk, make una put mouth. Just, what's the name of that show that they show on TV, that they show celebrities? This Nigerian show. All of them look like masquerade. It remain when the entire market begin dance. None of them is beautiful in any shade of the word beautiful. And my question is, if you're not fine and you dey wear makeup, I understand. But when you, it's like saying people abuse. This is not abuse. This is come on. Rich, young, and whatever it's called. Now make they act horror movie, make they appear and I remain as ghost. Let me tell you, one guy tell me say he no realize say him girlfriend they make up her tie so that her tie go dey smooth. They rub powder for tie until she sat on his white couch. Somebody says Zari is pretty. Zari is pretty. After Zari, I can't see anybody else that is fine. Everybody else na pancake. Have you not noticed that all Nigeria, you see before you look at a face, when we're growing up, you go look at this person's face, you can differentiate from this one. Everybody now has the same eyelashes, the same frontal, the same hair, and the same body. It's not possible. It's like doll baby. It's like doll baby. And the more I try to say this, Adebimpe, where are you? Make you come talk. Oh, Bimpe go don't go now. Make I call am. I could get her direct number. Make I call am. Bimpe, did she don't talk? Her name is Lady Midolch, but we know her from house now. Bimpe we dey call am. So if I dey say I dey look for Bimpe, una go dey help me dey look for Bimpe. Meanwhile, come on Instagram. How many followers do you have on TikTok? 1.7 million. Come on TikTok. Come and help me grow my TikTok. Maybe I'll even get gift. Or do you have two phones? Come on Instagram and TikTok at the same time, because the whole crowd they Instagram. Oh yeah. Adebimpe Phillips. Oh yeah, mabo. See, I say this all the time. Do you remember that girl, that school girl that was rude? Remember that school girl that was rude to that lecturer? Where did she and the lecturer fight? I swear to God, that girl is finer than all the girls on Bold and Beautiful, whatever you call that comedy series. That girl, as she did like that. Remember that girl? We follow that lecturer fight. I could get her picture here. This girl. Remember this girl? She fine past all, because in her natural beauty, she gets small natural curve, gets pretty face. Now just character and I remain for her. And no be say those ones where did that place get character. Oh. That girl we bite lecturer. God bless you. That's a naturally beautiful girl. No need for eyelashes, no need for BBL, no need for anything. I'm telling you, guys, what's the name of that movie, that series again? If you remove Zari, where they naturally beautiful, is that girl not finer than all the other girls in that place? Let's talk. Let's forget about character now, because nobody say those ones where they get character. Do you understand? Is it biting beauty, cobra beauty? Adebimpe, where are you? Send me request. I'm on myself, I'll be opportunist. I say, Bimpe, how many followers do you have on TikTok? I say 1.7. I say, come to TikTok. Whether I go figure gift today. Sell I not agree with you. 50 kobo. That's the way you type. It not work. 0. Me, I don't see all of them one-on-one, or some of them one-on-one. And you know the problem is, I know what the problem is. All these girls we no fine, where they do makeup, they will come corrupt fine girls to join them. That's the most painful. You go see fine natural girl, when they do makeup, when we fine, then they go come make them feel young, famous, and whatever it is. That girl we bites lecturer, fine pass all of them. All. Am I lying? Let's vote. Make it no be like saying na my mouth sharp pass. Am I lying? Let's vote. Just write biting girl or young and famous. So if you think young and famous people are fine, I type young and famous. If you think it is the biting girl, just type biting girl. So that we go fit count them. Because if you type yes, no, we don't remember waiting be yes and waiting be no. If you think the biting girl is fine, just type biting girl. If you think young and famous are finer, type young and famous. Oh yeah. 1 vote for biting girl. 2 votes for biting girl. 3 votes for biting girl. 4 votes for biting girl. 5 votes for biting girl. 6 votes for biting girl. 7 votes for biting girl. 1 person vote for Zari. 1 person vote for bold and beautiful. 8 biting girl. 9 biting girl. 10 biting girl. 10-3. So women, from the men that are talking, do you still need a fortune teller? Do you need a prophet? No wonder Ejiro follow prophetess. Because waiting there in front of your eyes, una go dey find prophet, make it come explain them to you. I don't understand this. I don't get it. Anybody that was here can see that the biting girl, clearly beauty for beauty, won everybody on a show. Someone said she looks like a kid. She's in uni. She may be 19. She's a woman. She's not a child. She's a woman. And she's a very fine woman. Now, character just remain. And all those who waited there, you want them to say they get character. You don't see how they behave. The one who don't bleach tired. So they don't bleach their bone marrow, everything. If they do x-ray, their bone don't white. Their bone marrow, instead of brownish red, is white. You understand? And the conversation is, where is this, my auntie? Being paid. Now you are defined to get me. Pop my money gun if you're watching on TikTok. Guys, if you're enjoying this thing, so that women can listen and learn, because they'll come and cry that you broke their heart. Somebody the app Ella. Ella don't collect her own stray bullet. Say see waiting. Lady Mijulchi, don't no, just send me request so you can join. Thank you for popping my money gun, being pay you not to join. I want to make you join and to join on both sides. So send me request. Zari fine. I've never contested Zari's beauty, and she has a nice figure. Zari that fine girl. I be fine mama. Look at Genevieve. God bless you. Genevieve is the best example here. How much makeup Genevieve they do? Baba, Genevieve is timeless. Genevieve is not just beautiful, she is classy. We are not friends or we are not good, but I can tell you this. She's one of the most beautiful women in Nollywood, if not the most beautiful. And the classiest, probably top 10 classiest women in Nigeria, Genevieve go did that top 10. We used to be cool at one time, but we are not cool. So she's not my friend. So I'm not saying this to defend her. I'm saying this because this is the truth. If Genevieve wear lashes, just know say she want act movie. Do I know Genevieve in real life? I was checking one of my phones. There was a time she was calling me in 2004 and I did not pick and she dropped a voice note. I just saw the voicemail. 2004 was 21 years ago. Me and Genevieve attended an event together 11 years ago. Okay, I Google her for you. You say I don't know Genevieve in person. We are just not friends. I saw that picture. There was a picture. Of me and her at an event together ages ago. So I can tell you I know her one-on-one. I've seen her one-on-one. I've talked to her one-on-one, and I can tell you that she's beautiful. She has it. And she can act. Lily Anesoro is beautiful. Lily Anesoro is beautiful. So don't push it. Genevieve is fine. Osas is those are beautiful women. Osas, the other one. I've seen them in real life. Osas is there. You can't. Osas is very beautiful. Dr. John J, leave that one for me. I don't. If I clear you say person fine, just don't say the person fine. Osas is very fine. There are some people that are glowing but not fine. One of the people they mention here. Liz Benson is beautiful, but not my type of beauty, but she's beautiful. Damilola Degbite, that's the person I was looking for. So when it comes to beauty, we have people like Osas, we have people like Damilola Degbite, we have people like Genevieve, we have people like Omotola. Somebody write Destiny. Destiny call. Destination. I beg. They're not even using a George Beauty pageant. Osas, Genevieve, Omotola, Agbani Darego now Oyinbo people beauty, but she fine, but now Oyinbo people beauty. I'm talking about the ones we just fine. Nancy Osime, I'm not sure. I don't remember what she looks like. No, those last two when I just type no. No. What? The Lambo babe? No way. No. No. Chioma Adeleke, but now my person wife, so I don't want to put her inside the mix, make controversy no start, but she's beautiful. This one's no fine, Shingbang. No. Omotola, yes. They mention Lambo babe for where people will find they. Hey. I'm talking about babes with no use filter, we still fine. No. 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 Messi, yes. But these people I mentioned, Genevieve, Omotola, Damilola, and Osas are on another level. No. All these ones with the type, no. Hey. Omo, I don't go enter. Why do we have so many people here? I just want me and you. How do you do it that it will be big, me and you? Erica too is fine.
I think it's the way you set up your.
Okay, let them be hearing you. Come on Instagram too. Okay, John, join us now. Voila wants to happen. Anabana, that girl we born for flavor. That girl is fine, though. That girl is fine. Uh-huh. I don't know if you heard the story, where the story came from originally.
I didn't hear where the story came from originally, but I know what you're talking about.
Let me explain to you what happened. This girl said her, so that you can understand where the story is coming from. This girl called me up. You know, I posted a video of my wife with cornrows in ShopRite. So I was like, natural, you know, my normal hypings, natural beauty, this, that. So this girl now calls me up and says, I've known her for a while, and says, Daddy Freeze, this thing that you posted is really traumatizing me. Do you believe that a guy I dated for 5 years left me, and the reason he gave was because I'm too artificial? The artificial nails, artificial lashes, artificial hair, that he doesn't like all those things. So I now asked, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yes, that I can talk to the guy and ask him." So she gave me the guy's number. I called the guy up, and the guy was like, "Yeah, that is true. That was a while ago. That they were very close, and they are still close till now. That they still do business together from time to time, but that he just could not. He didn't want the fake lashes. He didn't want that fake lifestyle, and he couldn't deal with it. And he met a girl after dating her for 5 years. He met a girl, and 6 months later they were married. So me, I was like, women have a way of trying to force what they like
On men.
on men. You understand? Because your friends are telling you this thing is fine. Because you, like me, for instance, if there's anything I despise in my life, is that lashes, especially that long one. I cannot stand it. My kids do it, but they are kids. I allow them to do whatever they want to do. They are not my wives, they are children. But sometimes when they look at them, they give me headaches, so they come out eye. You understand? Then somebody said he didn't like her. That's a lie. He said he genuinely liked and loved her, but he just saw that she was not working for him.
So that the freeze. Let me tell you something. A lot of men want real women. A lot of men see a woman that will spend so much time in trying to look a certain way as someone who is unserious. Do you know what it means that you're dating someone like Genevieve and you guys want to go out? She just goes into the showers and come out and wear her clothes and follow her, and she don't attack her. She's not wasting her time trying to paint her face. And that is what we call beauty. Me and my friends will always say that if you want to know, before you go conclude, say girl, fine, make sure you wake up for morning, bath. That's when they're taking off all the foundation, all the putty, all the screening cement they use on their face. A lot of them, when you see them without makeup, they look like mummies, like people that were embalmed.
God will bless you. Some of them look like they are lying in state.
Yes. So that's and I know this is not just your friend. I know a lot of men who don't. Look, me personally, if a girl with lashes, that their lashes where they bend like papaya lashes, I can't even deal. And women need to understand that the fact that men are following you doesn't mean they like you.
Thank you.
Some of them are following you for just one reason. Knack. When we see the ones we want to marry,
we know. Oh God, John.
We know from the very first day, say, oh, one carry this one go house. We know from the very first day. And see, and freeze. And that's why some girls are just in this world to be single and be used as bedwarmers.
Bimpe, we are waiting for you on Instagram. We are waiting.
Okay.
Oh yeah, come on Instagram.
Okay.
I have my very fine sister, Bimpe.
Oh, and if you tell some of them want to force that their life on you. Like if he doesn't like you like that, then he must like you the way you are. Auntie, I can't like you the way you are. Oh. It works for them. Genevieve. Anyway, where I see Genevieve for this life,
she's not safe.
I must try my luck. I must try my luck. And if you see her, there's this thing. The women don't know that those kind of women command some certain kind of aura. Like there's this thing they command that a lot of people don't understand. They think it's by painting. So the one that I see, the ones that pisses me off the most is the one you see, they will paint this color here, paint this color here, paint this color here. So, are you a masquerade?
What was the exact word I used before John came?
Are you a masquerade?
Where are all the women? Oh, Lady Midulchi.
I'm coming.
We are waiting for you on IG. Are you making up?
No.
You fine naturally, Sha. Oh yeah, being princess.
Then please, you know another fine person naturally now.
Who?
Abdul Shali.
Abdul Shali. Fine girl.
But her brain
No yapam, no yapam, my sister. No yapam.
I don't know.
If you yap her now, she go call me now. Begin the vex. So I don't want her to be upset. Beautiful, she's extremely. She's not fine. She's extremely fine. Oh yeah. This my sister here is fine, though. Princess, how are you doing?
Thank you. I am good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Oh yeah, it's going live. We're shutting down. So, tell me what your thoughts are on the conversation we're having.
Okay. Here are my thoughts, right? A lot of times, women, we claim, and sometimes it's correct, that when we get dressed, when we do our nails, makeup, buy the Gucci bags, whatever, the luxury brands, that we're doing it because to really impress our fellow women and not the men. And we say that because it's usually the women that recognize the amount of effort that it takes to put on what you put on, right? Most men, they see this like, yeah, it's cool, it's cute, and then they move on. They're more focused on trying to get it off of you than what you actually have on. So a lot of times, which in a way I kind of agree with it, is that a lot of times we women, when we do all the lashes, when we do the nails, when we carry all the fancy stuff, we also do it not just for male attention, but for female attention. But you are indeed correct that in the long run, when men are looking for women to kind of have fun with, cash cruise with, they're going with the ones that have more of the artificial aesthetics. While when men are looking for women to kind of to actually settle down with, they tend to go with the ones that are more on the natural side. So I would say I agree with you guys up to a certain extent.
Lady Midolchi.
Yeah.
This my sister here has 1.7 million followers on TikTok.
Don't be that my girlfriend with this.
Which your girlfriend? Bingbe, do you know John?
Yes, she knows me now. She knows me now. No, Bimbe already said Dallas.
You don't miss him. Thank God. Okpe.
Maybe I missed the exact state in Texas that she stays.
No. You're off.
I'm not off.
As in, you are very off. So, Bingbe, over to you.
I don't know. I mean, whatever he says is kind of a bit wrong because I'll say many women don't do things because of men.
Huh?
I don't agree with if I do my lashes, I'm doing it because of a man, or if I make up or do anything, I'm doing it because of a man. No. So somebody like me, I've always been like this. So anything I do it for myself.
But your makeup is mild. Your makeup is very mild.
Yeah, I don't have any makeup on now. I've just got lip gloss, no makeup, nothing. But what I'm saying is, everybody's different, And for men to say, and for a man to say, I can't date you because of your hairstyle. That's fine. Be gone. That means you're not mine. Because if you're only going to love me for that purpose, then you're not the person I want to be with. Because I might just wake up tomorrow and say, you know what? Oh, I love it. Yes, I'm going to wear it. And then that's it. You're going to break up with me. I'm going to be thinking, because I've got this hairstyle, he's not going to like it, so I don't want to do it. No, it shouldn't be like that. A man should love you for who you are. It's an art thing. It should be from here. It shouldn't be your physical look. You understand? Mr. John,
Somebody said, before you speak, somebody says, Yvonne Amara says, Daddy Freeze, waiting fine for your eye, no fine for another person eye. Once again, a woman, they argue. You are telling a woman is telling a man what is fine.
So
We have another man here. John agreed with me wholeheartedly. We debated in the comment section. We had a 10-3.
This is my first time here, so just a minute. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm not talking from personal experience or anything to do with me. So I'm just saying, anybody that loves you will love you for, okay, let's say me, being paid, right? Okay, anybody that loves being paid will love you for being paid. Not because of, if you love you because of being paid, because big ass, big ties, I don't know. That's not love to me. That's
I'll say this, sis. I agree with you to a certain extent as well, because I think, like, generally there's a rule of thumb when it comes to attraction, right? So there's like a blanket feature, right, that we think that most people in the world would think that that's attractive versus depending on regardless of who you are. You know, example would be like most women think a man that's on a taller side will be more attractive than a man on the shorter side. Most women would usually prefer a man that, you know, that have a full head of hair than someone that's more on the balder side. So there are like blanket preferences that we all can agree that, okay, yeah, this is what is considered a standard of beauty or a standard of, like, you know, of being handsome. But I don't think it's fair to say that you know, if a man prefers me not to wear weave or not to do all this, then that means he doesn't love me for who I am. Because technically speaking, you weren't born with those features, right? Those are added features.
Yeah,
so
I understand that, but I don't have to change myself for a man.
I have a question to.
All right, John, before you ask your question, if you're watching on TikTok, pop those money guns. If you're enjoying this live, pop those money guns. If you're watching on YouTube, super chat, super stickers, and super likes.
So I would be able to. So what I'm trying to say is,
Bipe, before you continue, please, I will have one very important question for you.
Okay,
please. You said you don't do all these things for men. I want to ask you a question. If you're locked up in a room alone, if you're locked up in a room alone, with only your sisters, are you going to wear eyebrows, long nails?
No, wait. Makeup? You'll get
you know, when you women come out and cap with this caprison that you people used to cap, like a woman will say, I don't.
John said that they cap caprison. Let me tell you something. Hold on. I know women. John, listen. I know women, that will not even shave unless there is a man. They want to go and see a man.
Thank you. This caprison one of the cap with the.
No. You are getting it wrong. Room with a man. This is me, no makeup, online, okay? With thousands of people watching or whatever, anyway. Because I've got one person, I don't know. So, this is me without makeup, and most of the time I do my TikTok or anything, Instagram, I post myself, I wear makeup. Not because I can't come online without makeup. I go anywhere without makeup. I've met that freeze in Nigeria with no makeup on.
Because you're not planning to collect him.
Sorry, wait. I've got full confidence, okay, of myself. I love myself to be. I love who I am. I love how I look. So when you love yourself, one second, Mr. John, when you love yourself, everybody else will love you the way you are. The way you present yourself, yes.
It's not true.
It is true. It's not true. I do not say, okay, let me tell you one thing quickly. Have you not seen people with, like, you know, big, I don't want to say no shame, but because I don't like shaming or anything like that, but they will come out with full confidence, and you'll be wondering what is going on in their head. I love people like that. It's how you present yourself, and you can love me the way I am. I don't want to know you. That's who I am, and that's who I want to be.
So listen.
I've always been this person since
Listen. I am telling you. I'm telling you. What I want to tell you today is that you're living in absolute denial.
No.
The air you breathe is for men.
No.
If it wasn't for men, you won't do those like this and walk around.
Not yet.
To me, I said to Almighty God.
No.
The air you breathe, the fact that you breathe is because of men. It's from men. You girls live in absolute denial, and it doesn't make sense. You see a girl can do her nyash. You see a girl can do her nyash.
Code her back. Coded, I beg.
Her back. And come back and tell that she did it for herself confidence. Like seriously, who like they tell this thing self?
No. Wait.
If you see girls, if you want to know this thing, go and look at girls in boarding school. In an all girls school, they live like pigs amongst themselves.
Forget that. Please, 1 second. 5 minutes. I need to say something for 5 minutes, okay? Okay. One thing is this. This is why so many women have no self-esteem. Because they have to live their life around what people will say about them, okay? So if I'm going to go out, I don't have, if I wear makeup, not because I don't have confidence or I hate myself, it's because I want to enhance my beauty. It's not because I'm ugly, no. I'm beautiful and makeup is there. Why not? I will wear it.
You're a beautiful
Make
girl.
myself look more beautiful. Sorry, Sandra, let me stop for a minute.
You're
To make
beautiful.
myself-
Nobody said you're not.
Wait to say. 1 second, please.
So here's what I would say, right?
I've been here before. This is my first time. Because I love the topic, that's what I'm here. So 1 second.
Yeah.
So if I go out, wear makeup, lashes, everything, not because of a man. This is me talking about myself now. 1 second. Not because I think, oh, if I wear those things, I will look more attractive to a man. I never leave my house thinking about a man. I leave my house with that person in the mirror. I look at the person in the mirror, I'm like, yeah, that's the girl, you got it. When I enter your place anywhere, I don't see nobody. I see me, I see myself, and that's it. So if you see me as a man and you think I'm attracted to you, that's you. It's nothing to do with me.
You are living in absolute denial.
Everybody's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
You are living in absolute
All right, a bit
denial.
of calm here. Let's hear from the other lady so that they can be calm. Because it looks like it's heating up. The polity is heating up.
Let me say this, right?
That's a 20 years.
I'm gonna give 1 second, sweetheart.
1 second.
I don't know, give me a second, sweetheart.
20 years ago, nobody ever, okay, but 20 years ago, nobody used to like a girl with both or thighs or legs. I was bullied. Let me tell you for free.
Up to now, nobody likes them.
Hold it for a minute, please. Sorry.
Up to now, nobody likes them.
Sorry. 20 years ago, okay, let me tell you one thing for free. I was bullied in school. When I was in school, I was bullied for having a big butt, big thighs, and big legs. They call me fat. They call me all sorts of names. But then people used to like people with my body type. Used to like skinny girls. Even if you have big eyes, they prefer breasts and stuff like that. Those years ago. So now, if people will look at me and say, wait, who's your doctor? And I'm thinking, it's not thinking in your head. Who is my doctor? Oh, now everybody like this. So I start looking attractive to people. So when I come online, they might think, oh, she's dressing up for a man. No, this is me. This is who I am. This is my body. I can hide it. Even if I try to hide, it will still show. Either with lumps or whatever. This is who I am. This is how I'm.
Okay.
And into the world, it might look different. Mostly Nigerians. To be honest, mostly Nigerians, it might look different. Not other people. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, majority of girls, it's what is in men's head. Some men, not all men. Majority of girls don't leave their house because of a man, for God's sake. How can you even think of somebody leaving their house? Men have ego thinking, oh, she's here because of a man. She's living her house.
Okay. Wait.
But John, just grief first. Say you don't see person will match your energy.
That because I know one Chris today.
No craze, so just calm down.
I want to say something.
Yes,
First and foremost, let me educate you. Let's go back to the time. Let me educate you. No. You just said something right now that did not make sense. That shows that maybe you've never
Okay,
heard
go
this.
on.
Let's go back to the time when the Caucasians were the blacks. Huh? I hope you understand what I mean. I don't want to call it.
Yeah.
The blacks.
With a picam.
The idea then was the black women with big bums and big thighs were used as entertainers. They will use the bring. Let me land, madam. Let me land. 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 You don't dare do this to me. Let me land.
You talking about slavery?
They were used as entertainers. They bring them out at night. They bring them out at night and watch their big pots. Till today, that is what they are used for. When a man wants to marry, he goes for a real woman. So if you think that, let me finish. Don't be, you know Chris. You know say you know Chris Pastor. 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 You know Chris Pastor. You know it's Chris Pastor. I'm telling you that you guys should stop being delusional. You guys should stop being delusional.
How many years ago?
Let me say this, right? Hold on, I'm sorry.
I'm talking about 20 years ago. You talking about centuries ago. How many years ago?
Till tomorrow.
Help me watch it, please.
Till tomorrow.
I'm doing it with my water. Show me.
Till tomorrow.
Show me how many things there.
Till tomorrow. I'm telling you till tomorrow. I'm telling you till tomorrow. Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow is a choice. Then wasn't a choice. They had no choice then. What are you telling me? I'm Leonard, okay? Till tomorrow is a choice. Before
Let's take a random statistics. Let's take a random statistics. Let's take a random statistics. How many of the girls with big bums are unmarried? Men use them as toys. Let me tell you what me and my friends use. Let me tell you what me and my friends use big bums for. If we want to sit down and relax, we call them. They sit down and walk around naked. When we want to marry, we'll marry woman where they like woman. Not woman where they like toy.
No, that's you.
You guys stop all this nonsense and you get delusional and start talking rubbish.
That is you.
I'm trying to say something.
Hello?
You all keep. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so,
Yes.
That's
my sister, sorry.
You think you use them for that?
Okay, let me send you gate pass.
But that's what they're used for now. What else?
Yeah, but that's you and them.
That's why if you see a woman with big bum, the only thing she pays attention to is her big bum. And that is why I say big yash. You see, big yash and sense cannot be in the same body. Big yash and sense can never
Are
be
you
in the same body.
talking about BBL? I don't understand. Clarify it.
What do you want, darling?
Okay.
Send Johnson to come and carry it.
Let me explain my pattern. Let me explain my pattern. Madam, please, can I just take 30 seconds? 30 seconds to explain this matter.
Go ahead. Yeah.
When a girl has big yash, she pays more attention to only that yash and does not develop her brain. That's why when you
No.
see them,
Somebody is coming with put water inside and bring a spoon from there. No. Somebody is bringing fish for you and me and your mom. So they are already at the gate. Let me send them gate pass.
okay, let's allow the other woman. Let's allow the other.
I wish you had joined Amarachi. Can you still join?
But stop doing it to have themselves. And stop just having
Natural women and artificial women. You love it, don't you?
Some people just walk and their hands shake. It's not their fault. That's how they're made. That doesn't mean they're deliberately shaking their ass. When I walk, even if I wear tight jeans, my body shakes.
Please, can you dance and let me see how you dance? Can you dance and let me see how you dance?
I'm not gonna dance to you. Sorry, please.
Because that's the only thing you girls know. You big girls with big bum.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear from this other lady.
So this is me. That you guys dance. I don't concentrate on my bum. You concentrated on my bum. That's what you just said.
Me? No. How?
I mean, not my bum. Not personally. I'm saying.
I don't even know you have big bums. Now you talk out.
No.
You were the one that said it.
No.
She's endowed,
No,
oh.
you
I don't even know.
Oh yeah, okay, everybody quiet. Let's pray. Let us pray.
Sorry, guys.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna go on. I will have you these on Instagram and TikTok, because Instagram is something else. I don't want to be on Instagram. I'll be on Instagram. I do other things. On TikTok is better, so I'm gonna go on TikTok. I will leave
What?
a man that had you like. I don't want to talk to a man that had you like baseball. You're something else. I will prefer that with a woman.
I'm
not a man.
sending.
How can you hate you like this? I'm
So it's
I'll
because
send you the guy's
you
number.
want to control men. That is why you don't want to have a man that will match your energy. You feel you will come to someone like bingo, and the man will sit down and be looking at you. Not
John.
all men are like that.
John, calm down, calm down, calm down.
I know. I've sat down now.
Let's calm down.
Let her go to TikTok where she'll be shouting at men, and men will be dashing her money. Hey, auntie, dash. Not all men are like that. Even if you like, get Nyash big like factory.
Hey, calm down, John. Calm down. She's a nice girl. She's a very fantastic girl.
Boy, you know I'm a nice guy. Also.
You guys are a top panel.
Okay, Princess, Abi, that's your name.
Yes, that's my name.
All right, Princess, your thoughts.
So that was a lot, right? You guys just talked a lot. You guys just said a lot of things. But I think, and I could pick a couple of things from both of you. But one thing I would say is anyone that says that what other people think of them doesn't matter or doesn't affect them is a lie, because we're social beings, right? Just thinking of it in the psychological aspect. A lot of things that we do, our own perception of ourselves is usually based off of other people's, our own idea or belief in our systems or in ourselves is impacted or it's formalized to an extent of how other people see us, right? So when we come out here and we get dressed, I won't say we're just doing it for men. We're doing it for both men and women. People, when you go out there, you want to be you're addressed how you're dressed, right? So depending on how you want to be addressed, some people don't really care if people see them as being looking ratchet, or some people want to give off that like, okay, I am a serious person or a respectable person based off of the I guess the vibe or the thing you want to give out there. That's how you tend to carry yourself. So in my opinion, there are certain times when I get dressed, I'm getting dressed for let's say to hang out with my girlfriend. I'm still gonna get dressed, I'm still gonna do my makeup, I'm still gonna do my hair. Not because I'm looking for another man because I'm married. I'm not looking for another man's attention. I wanna still look good within myself. However, that doesn't mean that if I go out there and a man comes oh, you're not like it, fault me on my look, anything, wouldn't have
Hey.
Madam, you for park.
I'm not looking,
You for park.
I don't know most people. I don't know most people. And I have to understand.
Did you see the difference between a woman and a woman?
No, you cannot say that. Everybody is different.
Can't say that. Yeah.
Everybody is different. I don't want, because Binkwe is my friend for years. A God. Deji Savage. My brother will rake for me yesterday. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Very well, thank you. I needed somebody calm to come and help me neutralize, because this place everywhere was catching fire. So I just say, okay, make I bring you, come. So I don't know whether I make mistake, whether I go even catch even more fire. But anyway, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi guys. I don't know. I'm getting feedback. Is that from? Can everybody else hear it?
No, I can hear you.
I'm gonna mute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm hearing feedback. Hi guys. So the way I look at it, John's been making a couple of points, right? Why am I hearing myself?
Don't worry, just talk. We can't hear you. I think it's only you.
Let me try and get back in, please.
Okay.
Madam, please continue. I'm enjoying your conversation, please. You're mute.
Binkwe, we are still waiting for you to come back. Oh.
like my whole spiel on the whole thing is just that
Bing
we
bing.
just have to, if we just have to admit
Okay.
that what
No,
the thing
that,
about
I'm
men,
not arguing with a man.
like
No.
you guys dress.
He's,
And you guys
he
freshen up
needs another man to argue with. I'm arguing with him.
women, you just doing it for
I
your
get
fellow
it.
homeboys or
It's
anything like that.
it's just about
as
talking
women,
about me. That's not a man.
as men, we do, for men,
I
men do
think
things
you
to
even
impress
said,
women. It's
oh,
not a
look at the
thing to
difference
admit
between
to.
a
I
woman
think
and a
a lot
woman.
of
What
times
does that even
we
mean?
try to act that's what the case is, but it's not. We all do things to impress each other. Because that's, biologically, that's what we're supposed to do. Because every effort we put in, I guess the goal for how we operate, for what motivates us as humans is procreation, right? And in a way, shape, or form, everything we do, whether it's making sure that we eat every day, at the end of the day, we're all doing it so we're prolonging and we're moving forward generations and the human race, one way or the other. So attraction and making sure that you're also keeping yourself attracted is part of that whole thing, right? Because attraction then yields you to getting partners and all that stuff. So I'm sorry, go ahead, John.
Madam, you know, when people say these things, I always refer them back to boarding schools. If you go to boarding schools where it's an all-boys schools, and you see the way the boys behave there, you understand that when they are exposed to where women are, their behaviors and the way they do things, the way they try to coordinate themselves change. And it's same thing with all girls' schools. If you go to something like Federal Government Girls Abuloma and see those girls in the hostel,
Federal government girls are Buloma. Now Port Harcourt people go that school.
They live like something else. But once they want to go out of school, where they would now meet the opposite sex, they try to carve the eyebrows, put the lashes, wear the wigs. Why is it that women don't wear their wigs while they're sleeping?
Well, I mean, it's a comfort thing.
See, it's confidence. You have to be confident. Don't you see yourself in the mirror when you wake up?
I don't wear my wigs. No, I don't wear my wigs. I used to
wear
get
wigs right now, even.
I know. I wear a lot of wigs. Now, I'm not wearing a wig right now. I wear wigs. I have a collection of wigs, by the way. But the reason why I do wigs is also to protect my natural hair. Because as a black woman, especially with the type of hair that we have, I have a 4C hair.
Amara.
When you expose your hair too much, when you manipulate it too much, it breaks, meaning it doesn't grow the way you want it. So, for the most part, you want to put it in a protective style, right?
Check your WhatsApp.
To put in a protective style, you usually braid it down, kind of similar to what Daddy Freeze taste buds had. Is usually what we have under our wigs, and that is to protect the hair itself, right? And then there are different protective styles, but I do braid downs and I do wigs because it's comfortable for me to remove it at night when I want to go to sleep so I can sleep comfortably. But then when I wake up, when I'm going out, if my hair is braided down, I usually wear my wig. So that has nothing to do with confidence. That has everything, and at least to do with comfort. And I can say the same for a lot of women when it comes to that style. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
If my hair is braided down, I usually wear my wig. Yeah, that's.
Okay. We have a God here. Ayodeji Savage. Is it better now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everything's working correctly.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. That is freeze. We still have to finish our thing. Please. All right.
No problem. I'm waiting for you. You know, I handed over to you yesterday. So now I'm waiting for you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And John, how far? I'm doing excellent, my brother. I see things a bit differently. And honestly, I didn't start with the conversation. Someone was listening to the live show around me and I started to hear it. And that was why I caught some of the things, right? And
I can guess who it is. Nike.
Yeah. A lot of you can guess who it is. But the idea here is that I feel like we are missing a very vital piece, which is we are social animals. And everything that we do one way or the other is influenced by the opposite sex. That's just
opposite gender. Let's use the word gender because of
opposite gender. Okay, opposite gender, right? It's just standard. Let's just be very honest with that, right? And John, I think the part that something I want to introduce to your conversation is that there is a sense of women that are in, for instance, boarding school, using that analogy, right? They dress well because women naturally compete with themselves. So even outside of the male gender situation, women have this thing where SS3 students want to dress nicer than GS3 students and things like that. They have this just naturally, right? Women have this competition thing going on. So even regardless of a man being in that situation, women have a sense of, if you put women in a place, you see that competitive sense sometimes is what makes it very difficult for them to collaborate sometimes. That is why you always find most of the times when women are together in one space, they are arguing and they're doing all of those things because they have a sense of just, it's a natural thing in them, just women, just generally, right? Now, you see us men, if you put us in a boarding school, all of us are dressed like idiots. We don't care. Like nobody, our thoughts might have turned. We don't really care because we are just men. Like we do things a certain way. And just generally, our gender, aesthetics does not really matter to us. Aesthetics does not matter to men. But for women, it is very important to them. And outside of a man in the situation, right, most of the time, women are still able to want to look a certain way for themselves or around. And when I say for themselves, I'm not saying personally to themselves. I'm saying to people around them, like other women around them and things like that. Now, we can also argue that a lot of times in those situations, it can also be because maybe there are some male teachers that are involved and all of those things. There could be. Hold on. Yeah, absolutely. There could be some nuances of the opposite gender, but most of the time, even outside of that, right, women still find a way to be able to do certain things, right, the way that, like that. And if you notice, John, let's be very honest with ourselves also as men, right? Everything that we men do today is because of the opposite gender too. Everything. The fact that I want a car that drives a certain type of way is because I feel like it gets me more attention from the opposite gender. I know you're not agreeing. No. Yeah. I'm just saying that conversely to the argument of women being able to do those things for themselves, by themselves and for themselves in some situations. But largely, it is still because we're social animals. It is still because women are drawn to men. It is still because men are drawn to women. You also made another point where you said that there is a way that we view women that have, a certain kind of shape. There's a way that we view them, right? And there's a lot of things that we can blame for this. We can blame it at the music industry. We can blame it at the movie industry and all of those things. But John, to say that a big ass and a big brain cannot live in the same body, I completely disagree with that. Right? I completely disagree with that. Right? I completely disagree with that.
Savage, do you want me to explain?
No, John, hold on. No, John, hold on 1 second.
Will you give me just
John, hold on. John, hold on 1 second. John, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. See, there are so many things that makes that argument flawed. Like for me, it's a logic fail in some situations because not everybody who has a big butt or a nice body was able to get it by, it's not necessary. It's not only by surgery. It's not only by enhancements that these things happen, right? When I was growing up, a lot of our mothers generally look that way as African women and stuff like that. Even to the point where I don't think that BBL is doing enough work like our natural bodies always give us. Like I used to know a woman then that literally it's almost like you can sit on her butt. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Right? And this woman was, successful and things like that. So the point I'm generally trying to make is, have we sexualized women that look like that? And we have started using them for things that draw the opposite gender? Absolutely, there's no argument there, right? But I completely disagree with the narrative of a big brain and a big ass cannot live on the same.
And a big backside. Let's code our words.
Savage,
I am so sorry. Savage, backside cannot live in the same body.
Savage, let's have a conversation now, and let's work with statistics. Now, let me tell you why. Why we came up with this analogy. When a woman looks a certain way, she feels that certain way can open all doors for her. And she fails to focus on her intellectual capacity. Let me tell you something. Savage, please let me land. Savage, do you understand? Do you know that out of your 5 sensory organs, if one stops functioning, the other 4 will function at their apex? A blind person has the greatest sense of feel. That is why they can actually walk into a room, touch and feel the door and know where the door is. So, why? Because they are deficient in one sensory organs. When women have that body, they feel that body is all they need in life, and they don't focus on developing them.
I don't agree with that. You know,
you might not agree with me.
I don't think that's.
You might not agree with that.
There's a lot of women.
Let me land. I need to land.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead.
And in life, let's understand that there is no absolute 0 and there's no absolute 100. Until you are able to sit down here and count 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10 women who have such bodies that is intelligent, then you will come.
John, what you just described, hold on. Yeah. John, what you just described right now is a logic fail, because by your own measure, right? Number one, what you have said is your perception. And what you have also said, from what you have said, hold on, it is also the exception cannot become the rule. You are making the exception the rule. No, it cannot become the rule.
No, why is not the rule?
Hold on, John. And also, a couple of things also can be true at the same time. So let us stop this generalistic concept of saying that every woman knows.
No,
John.
please, can you tell me one woman that has that big?
Let me finish. When you say
doctors with big nash.
John, no matter how much you trivialize the conversation, John, stop trivializing. Let's have an intelligent conversation. John, no matter how much you trivialize the conversation, what you're saying is not right. That's just it. So hold on 1 second, right? When you say a big backside, John, hold on. When you say a big backside, what's the parameters for that? Tell me, what is a big backside? What's the size of a big backside?
Big yash. After I go with the spank for club, if you go club with a spank like
I don't do that. You tell me what the parameters for that is. I'm being very serious because I want to understand, right? So what you're saying is, if a person is naturally gifted, right, with their backside, that automatically means that their brain takes a back seat. That's not been my experience. Hold on, John. And also, what you are considering as a big backside, right? Where is the scale that we use in measuring what a big backside is and what a natural backside is? Do you see what I'm trying to say? So there's a lot of things here that you're saying that are not necessarily true. You are just giving us your perspective, and I can respect your perspective. But to say every woman that has a big backside does not have a brain, it's fallacious.
Can
I ask you a question?
I gotta go.
John, let's give the woman an opportunity to say something too.
I actually have to come back because I have to jump into a meeting really quickly.
Oh, okay.
But I'll come
All right,
back.
go ahead.
All right.
John, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? Why is it that when you're extremely tall,
Yeah.
once you get enrolled into most of the colleges in the United States, they just want you to play basketball? Automatically,
John.
if you're above a certain height, once you get on campus, the school coach wants you to play basketball. Now,
That is not that true.
no, the boy is true.
My guy.
No,
My guy, that's not true. What are you talking about? Bro, I am currently 6'5", and I've been to universities. Nobody's asking me to play. If that's what I'm going into the school for, that is one thing. What are you talking about?
Bro, probably you were not approached, but it is most of the time true.
No, John, this is the point you're trying to... No, John, this is the point you're trying to make. If you are tall, it makes it easier for you. You have become almost automatically good for basketball. That's what you're trying to say.
It's not the same thing we're saying.
So how do you apply that to somebody having a big backside?
Yes. That you would have allowed me land. You would have allowed me land. Now,
I apologize. Go ahead.
back during the days of when Africans were used as people that work in sugarcane plantations. I don't want to call them sugarcane plantations. Back in the West.
Mm-hmm.
We noticed that those ones that were born like that, because there was nothing like BBL then.
But don't shout. I can hear you. I'll bring you back. But
what the masters used to do is
they can't hear you. I'll bring you directly.
Out, put them somewhere, and they dance for them. They only entertain them.
Okay.
It is like that till tomorrow. And what that does in the world of today,
but don't say that. Just don't shout.
what that
Just
does in
drop
the world
your
what
point.
that does
I
in the
know.
world of today is because they know
don't
that
shout.
that
Let me
is
bring
what
you
that
back.
men like them for such entertainment.
Let me
They
bring
now
you back.
think that it can open all doors
yeah.
for them. And that is why you can never see them as entrepreneurs. You can never see them as engineers. You can start counting them now. Start counting if you know them. You can never see them as engineers. You can never see them as medical doctors. You can only see them as nurses. And nursing is not a profession. Please. Nursing is something, not be to quick injection. I don't understand. That's all they can do. That's literally all they can do. When I'm talking about
John, I don't know if you are being serious. I don't know if you are being serious or you are kidding. So I don't even know how to approach the argument. So John, I know for a fact that you are smarter than this, and I know you are trivializing this conversation just to for people to get entertained, and that's okay. But that I'm going to engage you on a serious argument from what you just said, but I can't dignify that with an argument. If you open your mouth and you say, no, hold on 1 second. You just said something that nurses are just stroking injection. You have never seen somebody with a big backside that is a
Can you tell me the dictionary definition of the word nurse?
I just let you finish. I just let you finish. Let me finish. John, let me finish. You just made your point. Caregiver. John, let me make my point, right? I'm not here to check the dictionary. You are the one that is good with that. You are intelligent in that regard. I am not, right? I'm just going by reality of the things that I see. You made a point about slave masters using women with bigger sides for entertainment, right? Are you saying that people are still slaves today? Is that the point that you're trying to make?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Number two, John, hold on 1 second. John, I let you finish. Let me finish now, John. Let me finish. I'm not disagreeing with your points. I'm not even in the same realm as the argument that you're making. Just let me say what I think, right? I don't think by any measure. Now, if you're saying that the entertainment industry has made all of these things popular, maybe women are being used in that regard, right? And maybe they should not be. I agree. There's no problem. That is what we see in our music videos and things like that. But for you to say, right, that nurses are not intelligent, and because somebody had mentioned that nurses with big asses and things like that, that has nothing to do with
big behind.
There is a whole lot of women that have big behind that are doing very, very well. There are no lot of big women with big behind.
Can you give me numbers? Can you name?
That is a straw man argument, right? Hold on 1 second. John, hold on 1 second. If I mention somebody's name right now, how do you validate that?
LinkedIn.
Does LinkedIn show people's backsides?
From LinkedIn, I'll go to Facebook. I'll extract the LinkedIn profile to Facebook. LinkedIn,
and that does what?
And I will see if I was, bro. On LinkedIn,
John, you have your ways of all of those things. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. The point I'm trying to make is this, right? There is a lot of people with amazing behinds, right? That are owners of huge corporations, right? John, I don't know where you live. I don't know where you live. Right? There are a lot of women with huge behinds that are writing codes. That are writing codes for Google. That are writing codes for Microsoft. I don't need to give you names. John, I cannot argue this with you because number one, you're not even in my field. You're not in the field where I'm in. You are in a different field.
Field that you can
the field that I am in, there's a lot of women that if they sit down, Baba, make I finish.
I did not talk about women.
Stop interrupting me.
Okay, one person at a time. Can we have one person at a time?
Stop interrupting me. Yeah.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes to land your point. God. Then, John, before John, let Bimpe talk. So everybody has 3 minutes. Please, let's keep it civil. Let's not interrupt each other.
That's why I apologize.
What's the name again? Sorry, what's your name again? Is it third? So what's your name?
Deji.
My name?
Deji,
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm sorry, I can't see you. I can only see 3 people. So I didn't even know there was someone else.
You're eating into your 3 minutes.
That's fine. No problems. John, I'm not here to win an argument. I'll say whatever I want to say and leave it at that.
Deji, can you see me?
He can't see you Instagram, but he can hear you.
I can hear you. If I knew you were here, I'll have kept quiet so that you can say something. I apologize.
Oh yeah, just go ahead. Say what you want to say. He's listening.
Okay.
So I know how to act.
Okay.
I'm on video.
So
Yeah, you're on video. I can see you, but he can't.
Okay, good. Deji, thank you so much for your contribution. You know, I'm not going to say anything personal anyway. I understand what John is trying to say because he's talking from experience. Okay, all he's saying is talking from experience and how he viewed women with backside. There's nothing like women with backside or women with no backside. You understand? So women with backside, to some, yes. Like, you know, Mr. John, to some is like they just have that backside purposely because of men. And if you've gone that way, so what do you call that? You have the backside, you born the same that way, but these days and age, people see that like, you know, that's it, you that is because of a man. Somebody that is born, I mean, somebody like me, my backside is natural. So would it God give me this because of a man or because I want to go out and show it off? If I dress the way I dress and I still look the way I look. That doesn't mean, you know, people like that are doing it purposely because of men. No. They just dress the way they dress. So anybody can dress the same way and look different. It's just like you saw clothes, you gave a fashion designer to sew something for you. Everybody will look different. That's why I don't follow what people do. I do my own thing. I wear what I like. I wear what suits me. I don't go with trend. So at the end of the day, these days and age, just like what John said earlier, he said, oh, people were used, because I said 20 years ago, you know, nobody used to look at this kind of physique. They used to look at people with, you know, with skinny girls. But now, because of social media, because then there was no social media, there was no comparison. Nobody can see that person and compare and do all sorts of things. So, but nowadays, there's social media, there's comparison, there's all stuff, there's music videos, there's lots of American stuff that people now think, oh, you're doing this purposely, you know, you're showing your body purposely because of this or because of men. So he, in his head, is locked that way because I've watched this for the last few minutes and I'm like, you know, it's not the kind of person I want to argue with because he's so stuck in that area thinking, okay, any woman out there, because he said he played with women with that kind of body, that's very disrespectful. Even if you play with women like that, come on, you can't come in and say that women with such body, women with skinny bodies are in hotels. They twerk, they do stuff. They do all sorts of things. As same as women with body. Maybe women with body are more into it because of how things are rated in, you know, these days. But women with skinny bodies are doing exactly the same. So
the fact that you use the word more into it validates my statement.
So it depends on men's preference. But I wouldn't come up now and call a man a shrimp. You understand? There are men with their bits and pieces. There are men with tiny tea, whatever. You know, I would never come out. Even if you are my ex, if you happen to be my ex, I would never come out and say, oh, you've got tiny this, you've got shrimp, you've got this. And that's very disrespectful. I would never do that. And there are men that are doing this enlargement. And there are men that are changing their facial features. There are men that are doing six-pack and all these things. So who is talking about those men? Who are they doing it for? For themselves or for women? People do stuff because of individual reason. I don't categorize things. I don't categorize
Madam.
Sorry, I'm not talking personally to you. I'm still talking.
Your 3 minutes is up. That's why.
No, you're not the one timing, okay? I'm just here for a few minutes.
You know, she hasn't spoken for a while, so let's just give her a few minutes. Let her round off. Then, John, you can respond to both of them.
There are men that do stuff to themselves. They do stuff to their body. It's their choice. Just like one influencer lately. He had things done to his face. It looks good. It's on him. It's what he chose. It's his choice. It gives him whatever confidence, you know. He's not doing it because of, I don't think he's doing it because of a woman or because of women. I'm sure he's doing it for himself to feel good. And I applaud him for doing that. That doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I've seen people doing lips, eyes, whatever. I've not done something to them. If I have a man, I don't look for men with height. I don't look for men with money. I don't look for. I'm a very hardworking girl. I've got my job. I paid my own bills. I'm sending life here. I paid my own bills. I've got my job. I got my own property in the UK. My house almost worth 1 million. That freeze knows. So I got my own thing. I work my ass off. I work, and I'm not talking about. Bear with me. I'm not talking about. If anyone, okay, let me tell you one thing. If anyone comes to my DM now and says to me, "Oh, hi, I like you, blah blah blah," what do? I go to your page. I go and check what I can get through you. So I will say, "Oh, you got properties. You sell properties." I'll say to you, "I want to advertise for you." I take you away from you acting me out on a date into a business. Some of them leave, some still stay as a friend. That's the thing. I'm not on social media to date anyone. If I want to date, I will date. If I don't want to date, I wouldn't date. But I'm here to enjoy myself too. I'm a content creator. I get paid to do what I do. I create content and I get paid. And that is fine. And away from that, I have my own daily job. I work for UK government. I have my own job. I get paid madly well. And I've been doing my job for decades. But I don't come on social media, talk about my job, talk about anything. I do social media for social media. And that doesn't mean I'm here because of a man. And I said it with full chest. I've dated, I can count the people I've dated in my life. Not because, she's a saint or anything. It's just because of who I am. It's just because I have won my life. If somebody's dated 1 billion people, that doesn't mean they are a horrible person or they are whatever. It's just maybe how life treated them. It's just maybe because how things happened to them. Maybe because they were not all that lucky. I was busy hustling. So I didn't have time for men. Some, they got in trouble while they're hustling, while they're doing stuff. So that way, they got into mess going up. Thank God, alhamdulillah, I didn't get into any mess going up. I focus and I help people. I have targets, I have people that are under me and things like that. So
Okay, 1 more minute. Being paid 1 more minute so that they can respond.
So all I'm saying, and I'm gonna be off as well. I'll just listen like everybody else. So what I'm saying is, majority of women don't come or go out or extend. Like now I've got this on. That's not because of a man. If I'm going to bed, I might wear it to bed. I might take it off. If my man is here right now, I will take it off. It's not because I'm not beautiful. I just want it this way. Simple as ABC. So if I want to take it off, I will still take it off right in front of him. He loves me for me. Fat, big, small, tiny, skinny. I've been skinny, I've been big, I've been all sorts of sizes. And he still doesn't care. That is the kind of relationship I believe people look for. People don't come. Yeah, maybe some women, but not all. You can't just say everyone
Help me
will.
rinse
But
this.
no. There are so many
Bring
people
it out to use my
in the
other medicine.
parliament with big hats, with all
How are
sorts.
you, my
There
darling?
are so many people in government doing good, even in Nigeria that are doing well. I've seen it in Nigeria Parliament House doing well. You're talking about body and brain. They don't connect. Brain is different. I'm learned. I've got master's degree, so it does not connect with my body. You understand? So that is what I'm trying to say. I might be like, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not fighting anyone back to. I'm not talking about everybody else. But I can guarantee you there are women out there that are working their ass off. Look at Genevieve. Because I'm sure if Genevieve got big bone, big that, you will rate her to be the same. But because she look all that natural skinny, you think, oh, she's innocent. She might be, she might not be, but she's who she is. She's a very lovely lady, but she hasn't got these features. But you look at that different. Okay, I would say like Kanye, she's got all this physique, all natural, and she's married with kids. So anyway, guys, I love you all. I'm gonna land off now. I've got things to do. I'm gonna watch. Daddy Freeze. I'll speak to you later.
God bless you, sis. I'll call you.
All right, no worries.
Okay.
All right.
Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
Unfortunately, she spoke for 5 minutes, and the only example she gave were 2 women whom did not look the way I am talking about. Omotala has no big bum.
Oh, she does so. Omotola does so.
Daddy Freeze. Let's be able to differentiate how a woman looks after childbirth. It is natural that after certain amount of children, your body will puff. If you know Omotala when she was a single actress, she did not look.
Oh,
that
she
way.
did. Oh, she did. I've known
She did
her
not
that
look
long.
way.
Oh, she did. You should see her wedding pictures.
Daddy Freeze, I've also known her from what was that movie she acted with this lady that lives in the US now. From she was in from most honored to most wanted, right? She didn't look that way. She spoke about Genevieve. Genevieve is and when we say certain things, there is no absolute 0 and there's no absolute 100. We all know that when people have a certain kind of physique, they actually pay more attention to that physique than their intellectual capacity, whether you like it or not. I'm still waiting for someone that will show me one brain surgeon that is single, that is in her early 30s that looks that way. I have not seen. I've not come
John,
across.
Can I interject? John, please, can I interject?
Which hope you allow me to interject.
Sir. No, go ahead. No, John, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, not an argument. But if you don't want to intrude, if you don't want that, that's fine. Go ahead.
I did not say no. I said hope you will let me interject when it's your turn. Also, that's all.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So the thing is, from my, I've tried to follow the trend, and I've tried to follow that trend critically. That is why a lot of them, if you see a slim girl dance, she dances like a choreographer. If you see those ones with big bumps dance, all they do is shake that bump because that is all they want to do, and that is all they feel they can attract. And we know all these things, but when we come on social media, we try to be politically correct. I've seen a lot of them, and I'm still waiting for someone that will show me a girl with a big bone that is dancing like a choreographer. No, I've not seen any. All they do is just sit down, bend their nyash, and start doing the nyash, paka, and they say they're dancing.
Oh, wow.
And they say they're dancing, and it is because all I don't blame them for that too. I blame the men that have made it a standard. Because what men now do these days is anywhere they see that thing big, it turns their head. And because it turns their head, it makes them pay all attention to that thing. And I'm still waiting for you guys to show me professionals in industry. Don't show me nurses. Nurses are caregivers. Don't ever tell me a nurse is a professional. Nurses are caregivers. The dictionary definition of the word nurse is a caregiver. Nurses are caregivers. Don't tell me nurses. And whenever I have this conversation, people tell me nurses. Please tell me engineers. Tell me pilots. Tell me aeronautical engineers. Tell me medical doctors. Tell me brain surgeons.
Do your age mates like Big Bombo?
Hey, you have the floor.
All right. So, Daddy Freeze, I'll be very honest with you, right? I feel like it's very important that when people like John are speaking, right, that number one, you, Daddy Freeze, who is hosting, you have a responsibility as well. Because I'll be very honest with you, John. You are my guy and we'll still talk and we'll argue. I was losing brain cells while you were talking. Legitimately.
That's because your brain cells were close to being lost.
Yeah, that's a very cheap one, but hold on.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying that is this. You are interjecting, right? You know you told me not to interject, and I did not. So just hold on. Yeah, just mute, right? I'm losing brain cells because just the level of how unintelligent what you are saying is astounding. You are sitting down here, a grown-ass man, somebody who is in a certain field, and you are saying, in a general sense, that a woman or women with big butts just cannot amount to anything.
Big behind, big Ikebe, code it.
That is, I'm very sorry, big Ikebe.
Just code
not
it.
Smart, or it's impossible for them to be. I don't understand. Like I cannot believe what I'm hearing. I cannot believe you're saying this on a platform as huge as this. I cannot believe you're saying this to people. You are talking about.
But Deji. Hold on, Deji.
Yes, sir.
My thoughts are, you see, I'm not teaching. Hold on. Yeah, no, I'll give you your 3 minutes. But I just wanted to, because you brought me into it, so I want to clear it.
Yes.
This is not a Bible session where I am teaching my knowledge. This is a conversation.
Gotcha.
If you understand, and I
Okay.
want everybody to be represented in the conversation.
Opinion based.
This is
I got you.
opinion based. I have them from time to time to encourage my people
Absolutely.
to share their opinions. The only place where
views.
I don't agree with John is where he said nursing is not a there's a way he put it, a professional career. Nursing are 5 years old, and there are people who have PhD in nursing. However, the fact that John said that women with big ikebes sometimes tend to be unintelligent. Now, if we look at the
That the phrase,
80s,
it did not say sometimes. If you said sometimes, then
okay,
there's no argument. But
so
everyone
okay, so let me
if you
because
said
there are
sometimes,
no
I won't be
so
talking. I
so
won't be
so
saying
let me
anything.
say this.
There's service
Wait,
also
John, the
process
two
a lot
of you,
of
calm down.
because
Let me
there's no
talk.
absolute zero and there's no absolute 100.
Let me talk.
Did I?
Savage,
I'm not agreeing with
hold
you.
on, Savage. Do you remember in
Yeah.
the 80s there used to be blonde jokes?
Yes.
And
Yes,
the blonde jokes came from the perception that once a woman is blonde,
It's beautiful.
she is
Yes.
beautiful, she will not have sense.
Yes.
And I'll give you an
Absolutely.
example of a blonde joke. How do you make a blonde laugh on a Saturday? Tell her a joke on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now, where is the psychology of this coming from? When a woman is exceptionally beautiful or has the type of physique that is lusted after, the tendency for
Yes.
her to concentrate on other parts of her body diminishes.
Thank you, Daddy Freeze.
Wait,
How's that
so
coming to your life? It
even
makes
with
sense.
handsome men, they will tell you
I
that
like Daddy Freeze. It makes sense.
when men are handsome, there's the tendency for them not to have anything upstairs because it's easy. You see, the reason why a woman who can get any man she wants by just dancing or doing one or two things would not necessarily need to start concentrating on her intellect because she doesn't really need it in the grand scheme of things to get what she wants. So yes, that is an argument, but you cannot say all women, and that's where I disagree, because if you go to South Africa, the average South African girl get big ikebe, and some of them are doctors, some of them are lawyers, some of them are
Daddy Freeze. Because the average South African girl has big KB. They are not sought after. They are not sought after.
Daddy Freeze, can I come back in and have my? Can I reclaim my 3 minutes?
okay. You are coming. So John, wait, John, I took away his 3 minutes. I just wanted to bring some sanity to the conversation. And if you look at the where the conversation started from, it was a lady who called me because I put up my wife's picture with her hair in cornrows, and I said, "Oh, most men like women with natural hair." She called me and said this thing that I did traumatized her, that there was a guy who she dated for 5 years who broke up with her and went to marry another girl, and the excuse he gave was that he didn't like artificial stuff. That he had mentioned it throughout the relationship, but she didn't know he would take it as serious as breaking up with her to marry somebody who was less artificial. And that's where the conversation started from. And of course, there was it's a polarizing conversation. A lot of people will say, oh, a woman can dress however she wants. And some of us men believe that there are certain, I don't like a woman with heavy makeup. It doesn't mean she's not intelligent. It doesn't mean she's a bad person. It's just, for me, I like my things subtle. You understand? So that's where the conversation came from, and it evolved into this full-blown body argument.
Conversation about this.
Now, let me also interject. I'm giving you your 3 minutes once you're done. Let me also interject with a curvy woman. I love curvy women. I don't like BBL. Now, if you are naturally curvy and then after having 3 or 4 children, you now have a little pouch that you want to remove, it's totally different. Because you are not going to exaggerate anything. You are just going to try to how do I put it, nip and tuck to make what was always there before come back. But when you used to be a size 1 and then all of a sudden, boom, boom. Do you understand? And you see, there are some BBLs that are done to women who already have the characteristics. It enhances. But there are some you can just tell this is just awful. This is just plain fake. Just like I personally don't like fake lashes, and I don't think it's a bad thing for me not to go on a date or end a relationship with a woman who refuses to give up her fake lashes. Those were the conversations. Now, I believe that women have the right to do anything they want to do. In fact, they can remove one of their ears if that's what. But I don't have to be with you. So that's where the man's part comes in from. Men also have the right to choose. Some men like artificial women. Don't get me. Some
And you
men.
don't need to force me to be with you.
You understand? Some men like it. But you see, how it degenerated to where we got to is why I want to bring us back home a little so we can kind of sanitize the conversation. Because there was a young girl, that young girl that was rude to her lecturer, the girl who bites lecturer. That girl is a very naturally beautiful girl, and we actually voted here, and most men prefer those kind of girls. Like Carrie Kate, for instance, a naturally beautiful girl who hasn't done anything to her body or her face and still looks beautiful in her own way. So mine is, I don't care whether you're curvy or not. I'm more of a guy who is not crazy about filters and artificial and makeup, and unless it's really mild and it suits the person. That's my doesn't mean you can't have it. And where was my conversation coming from? The girl is angry that the guy left her, and I'm like, look, if you want to be with a guy, you can't force him to accept you for who you are when he can get what he wants in somebody else. So let's have that background for the conversation, so we don't just take it like as if we are bashing a certain gender or ideology. So I think that's fine, right? So back to you now, John. You're going to let him have his 5 minutes, please. 5 full minutes for him to represent everything. Then, John, you can come in and share your thoughts.
So, Daddy First, thank you very much. And when I said, you have a responsibility, I guess that was what I wanted to hear, like what you just said right now. And to be honest, Daddy First, life is not black or white; it's a nuance, right? If life is all about black and white, it is you're a Muslim, I'm a Christian, and we can never see eye to eye. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Clearly.
But it is the Muhammad is his messenger, Muhammad is his son, Jesus is his son. Those are the things that allow us to see eye to eye, and those are the things that we can discuss. And that is just the point that I'm trying to make. If John is coming here and saying all women, that's all I'm about. I'm not, you can tell me that there are preferences. Somebody can like a woman who is a certain way. Another person can like a woman who is natural. You can like a woman who is fake. All of those things are just nuances. And that is what the whole essence of a conversation is about. But when we are coming here and we are making fallacious statements based on generalization and just saying that, and then even to continue to push that generalization, we start to vilify and undermine some professions just to make that point. That is what I have a big problem with, right? If we're saying that, women that have big boobs, big behind, or big bakasi, cannot be smart. And then somebody says, what about nurses? Then all of a sudden, to be able to back up that point, we have to say all nurses are not intelligent.
But no problem.
Makes no sense.
My daughter,
right? That is a very, that is just, I don't even know how, you have those conversations, but I'm not going to say anything to that. But the point I'm trying to make essentially is there are a lot of people, right? Too many. And you keep on saying, give me the numbers, mention a name, or mention this and mention that. Someone just told you, one of the examples that the phrase just made a lot of sense, right? In South Africa, it is natural for women to look a certain way. Then to assume that all of them, what you are now assuming based off of what your argument is that just because South Africans are naturally curvy, now all South African women are not smart or might not be intelligent just because they have a body. To say that just because a person has a certain kind of body is to mean that they are not smart. It is a very ridiculous and a very, very disingenuous argument. And that's where all of this is coming from for me. John, you can say there are some women that are like this. You can say that maybe some women that you are accustomed to being around, what they pay more attention to is about their body. This can be so many things. This can be based on culture, tribe, religion, idiosyncrasy, ideology. It could also be maybe just the kind of people that you choose to be around. Like you just made an argument right now. You say all those women in the club that you play with their behinds. Maybe That's what you are accustomed to. That is what you know. That is what you grew up around. That is what you understood. That's fine. But to now say that every woman, just because they're curvy, means that they're not smart or something like that. Do you know how many women that I go on a plane, when I climb on a plane and I see the pilots just walk out, I'm like, oh my God. Do you know how many times I've been to the hospital or I'm talking to a surgeon or someone and I'm like, and they turn around and you're like, oh my God, there's all of that hidden under the lab coat. All of these people exist in every walk of life. You're talking about organizations. As I live in the United States, right? And in case a lot of you do not know this, the Americans that look like Africans or Black Americans, I don't know what people want to call themselves right now, so I don't want to offend anybody. Black Americans or African Americans, I don't know if you guys know this. They are naturally curvy, most of them. I don't know if you guys know this at all, right? I'm not talking about the BBLs. Black Americans are naturally curvy. If you count 20 Black Americans, there's a tendency you see like 15 or 12 that are naturally curvy. And these are people that have, against all odds of growing up in the hood and all of these things, own businesses, established businesses. Some of them are coding. Some of them own solutions. Some of them own hairdressing salons. Some of them own pharmacies. Some of them own different entities. So imagine me coming here and listening to somebody like John saying that just because somebody is curvy, that there is nothing in their head, or just because of that, there is more attention to that. It doesn't make any sense to me. And maybe I'm also coming from the perspective of being an over-average man who is also intelligent. Maybe I don't get it, right? I am a 6'5", I work out, and I'm also intelligent. I don't see how, because I look good, or because I'm a good-looking person, affects how intelligent I am. There's just no, maybe I can't relate. I just can't relate, right? So for John, I can understand if you're saying that this is my experience, that's fine. Go ahead and say this is my experience. Go ahead and say this is what I grew up knowing. Go ahead and say this is what I see when I go to the clubs. Go ahead and say where I live, this is the reality. But please, let us stop saying things like, oh, these women, the moment they have curvy bodies, it means something. No. And let me now tell you guys another thing, right, that I feel also needs to be introduced into the conversation. I don't know if you guys know how much it costs for some women to be able to get their bodies. I don't know how much it costs. But there's a certain level of success that is even required for a woman to be able to afford it. However she makes that success now, that can be argued, right? John, I don't know. John, no worry. Maybe you go fit tell me. Hold on. You go fit tell me. But, right, the things where me I don't see how they take the run them. Some of these things no cheap, John. So some of them, me I don't think they are cheap too. Because to do body enhancement and all of those things, and John, maybe you know, I don't know, but I know that cosmetic surgery is also very expensive. So John, in all honesty, my bro, I'm not even arguing with you in terms of these things are happening. I'm just saying that you cannot say all women that are curvy are not smart. Chicken, my guy.
Okay. See, Savage. You just brought out a very valid point now. It is expensive. And that is why they will rather use it to do their nyash than to use it to get a master's degree.
You're trying to trivialize the conversation. Give me an argument.
It's the truth. It's expensive. It's about $7,000 to $10,000. That is why they'll rather use it to go and do that BBL than to use it and get a master's degree or a PhD. That is it. And that's exactly what we're saying. We're saying that they focus their attention on that box rather than focus on their intellectual capacity. That is what I have been saying.
But John, you can't stay in good faith, John.
Let's go back to South Africa. I said something about South Africa. Now, when in the kingdom of the blind, a one-eyed man is a king. In South Africa, because all of them look that way, they now realize that thing is not a selling point anymore. A South African man does not care, does not even look at big butts, because that's all he sees. So the women there will now decide to, since everybody has big butts, let's focus on something else that will attract the men. But if you go to a place where they don't have it, you just made a valid point that it is expensive. And that is why a woman in Nigeria, let me blow your mind, in Nigeria, they actually take a loan to do their bodies these days. They take a loan to do their bodies. The same loan that you would have gotten to get a master's degree, a PhD, a college degree, they get that loan to do their bodies. And you tell me that person will ever be smart in life? No. No, it's not possible. To be smart, you have to develop your brain. And if you don't spend money on developing your brain and spend money on developing your nyash or your bonbon or your bakasi, then there's a problem. It's exactly what we are saying. And when people say, I would have used the word most, I started this conversation with, there's no absolute 0 and there's no absolute 100. But in a situation where 70% of a population is bad, we can infer statistically that population is bad. It's simple.
So, John, you're saying that 70% of women. So you're arguing that 70% of women who have nice bodies are just
not nice bodies. To what you call nice body is all that.
No. That
for me, nice body is a slim girl.
Hold on now. That is said to censor. So that's what I'm trying to do. So you're saying that 70% of women with big bakasi automatically are not smart.
70% of the time, a big bakasi and a smart brain cannot be in the same body. One of them have to live.
70% is a huge number.
We can take statistics. So please, anytime you're in Nigeria,
there is no stat.
We'll stop 100.
Okay,
we'll
so
stop
John,
100 and ask them conversations.
So John, this is a Nigerian. So John, hold on, and I can stop arguing now. Are you saying this is a Nigerian thing?
Well, I have not taken that statistics in the United States. But in Nigeria, I know. I am telling you, I'm giving you facts. And that's why when they go to clubs, they can't even dance. A little skill as dancing. They can't. All they do is shake the nyash up, down. They'll bend up, they'll climb table and put the nyash up and be shaking up, down. Now look at someone like what's this girl that married a white man that dances in the US? Look at how she dances. She's a choreographer. That is what we call dancing. What do you see those ones with their hands booty? That is all they do because they feel that is the only thing that men want. And because of that, you will never see them focus on any other. They won't even learn how to cook. They won't even learn how to do any other thing in this life apart from.
John, so in Nigeria, right? That's what you're saying? In Nigeria, that's the case. That's what you're saying.
I'm telling you where I've gotten my statistics from. The places.
So your stats is from the stats in Nigeria, right?
The places I've lived in. I've lived in a lot of countries.
So mention the countries you've lived in, where the statistic is true. What countries? What are these countries?
I've lived in the United Arab Emirates. I've lived in the United States. I've lived in Nigeria.
Okay. You've lived in the United States for how long?
For 2 years.
You lived here. Where here did you live? I didn't know that.
I schooled in Odessa.
Oh, for real?
I got my master's degree in Odessa.
Oh, that's legit. But John, so you're saying that here in America, that's the case as well?
Yes, unfortunately.
John, I don't think. Let's say the America where you go and the America where I did different.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. Because, or maybe that was then. Maybe that was the trend at the time. But currently, I'm telling you, my bro, like women. In fact, it's almost like. In fact, for me now, it's almost as if everywhere you go and something is happening, there's some beautiful, curvy woman there. Almost like everywhere, where something reasonable is happening. I don't know. Even the owner of my dry cleaning place if you see the woman, she said like winch. I don't know. So maybe, okay, John, you know what? Let me ask you this question. Is it possible that all these women that you're assuming are not intelligent have gotten intelligent and affluent enough for them to go and be creating those bodies? Because that's kind of like what I am saying. It's like every beautiful person is doing something legitimate these days. Is it possible?
So we need to actually define intelligence here, please, because I don't. I understand that entrepreneurship is a skill, but the fact that you are the fact that she owns a dry cleaning store.
Yes,
might not be able
a chain of dry cleaning entities.
You might not be able to hold a conversation with her.
John, a conversation and intelligence are not the same. Because having a big conversation does not mean that you are intelligent, and not being able to hold a conversation does not make you unintelligent.
Savage, a degree is awarded in character and learning. An intelligent person is an all-rounded person. Someone that if you're talking about politics, he's involved or she's involved. You're talking about law, she's involved, he's involved. You're talking about medicine, he's involved, she's involved.
Good.
You cannot tell me that someone that only knows...
do you realize, John, hold on, do you realize that an entrepreneur is going to hire all of those people that you just described right now with all of their degrees?
Hiring them does not make him know them.
John, then you're having a straw man argument. You don't have an argument then, because what you're trying to say is that they have to be able to know about law. If you have a very successful laundromat chain, you would need a lawyer to make sure that you don't get sued for no reason. You are going to need a doctor. You are going to need everything. You will have to understand the policies in the politics of your country that could affect your dry cleaning entity. Bro, what are you talking about? You know what it means to run a business?
We have presidents of nations that are not smart.
That's none of my. That's besides the point. John, have you run a business? Ron, John, have you run? John, that's besides the point. Have you run a successful business before? And have you been able to build a business from it not existing to maybe a $2 million cap or something like that? Have you been able to do that before? Do you think that an unintelligent person can do that? That's a simple question to you now.
Savage.
John, no, answer my question. Do you think that an unintelligent person can start a business from the scratch and build it maybe to a point of a $2 million net worth? Just answer the question.
Yes.
Whether they can speak English or not, or hold a conversation or not.
Absolutely.
That's not true, bro.
Absolutely.
You have to have a certain level of intelligence and acumen for you to be able to achieve that.
Absolutely. A dumb person can.
A dumb person can know, my brother.
Well,
a dumb person cannot.
I'll give you one very.
Let me. I just brought Amarachi, and I just want to end with her. And the question is, in your generation, what are the beauty standards for your generation? I get Gen Z, so more here Gen Z. What are the beauty standards for your generation?
I think it's what is it again? Mostly slim thick.
Mostly slim thick. So by slim thick, you don't mean big thick.
No.
Doesn't sell in your generation.
I don't think so. Because most of the time when they're crushing on people, it tends to be girls that are slim thick.
Daddy Freeze, this problem we're talking about is perverted men like John that started it. It's them. You heard him say it in the club. They are doing this and all of it. It's them. It's them. Not them started.
Daddy Freeze, you've seen my wife before. Does she look any like that? Does she look like that? No.
But you see, what you also said, John, is those are your playthings. But when you want to marry,
they're my toys.
You now marry.
They're my toys.
You now marry a decent thing.
Toys. They're my toys. When I want to go on the trip with my friends and play, and those are the things we import.
John, don't say stuff like this now. And you say you have it. Don't say
John, you have to be careful with that, because that is borderline sounding like this thing that they do. What do they call it? when they sell people.
John, even if
Trafficking,
they talk for this kind of place now, don't they talk for this kind of place?
It is that one they say we import. That means you're even calling yourself saying you are into trafficking.
They call it. No, they talk that kind of thing like that.
So make we be careful around that.
Yeah, more they very careful. All these men, all the people they abuse it for conversation, then they run out too. But no, you don't need to talk about. But you know talk, not talk. Oh my God. But I'm actually, I guess another question that I wanted to ask is, what do you think drives what you guys consider as intelligent in your current situation right now? Not just beauty, like what is driving, for instance, if a man or a woman is going to be attracted to somebody else within your generation, what is driving that attraction?
Aside beauty and intelligence.
No, what's driving
beauty,
intelligence?
What like if you saw a guy, what would you consider as intelligent? Is it like he has a business? Is it just book smart? Is it his charm? What do you guys, or a girl, like what draws you guys together?
I don't know if I'm the right person to ask.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
I think it's the person's ability to analyze situations.
Whose generation are you in?
She's very smart. You're very smart. You're very, very smart. That's an amazing answer. And I think that's a personal answer, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very, very smart.
Savage, I don't think she's the right person to ask this question because
No. She answered by herself. She answered for herself.
Her circle of friends might be different from the general.
Oh yeah, John, tell us, Mr.
I have different types of friends.
Tell us.
I have different types of friends.
Leave John alone. John, tell us. You know Gen Z.
The money they want now. Why they talk like this? Now Gen Z, the money they want. What else do they want? Other than the guy that drives a Benz, that lives in a good house and spends money. What else do they want? Because tell me, what else do they want for this Nigeria?
John, let me ask you an interesting question, right? John, is there anything good about women that you care about? Like, what do you think that women are good for? Just like, let's leave Daddy Freeze's topic right now. Daddy Freeze, we want to hijack your
Go ahead.
show for a second. Thank you, John. What is the value of women for you, just as a whole, just generally, as like what are women good for?
As a whole with W, not H.
As a whole, in their entirety.
Good women have all the values they bring to the table. All the values. Now, when you say women, don't make it look like I am against women. No, I am against bad women.
Oh, no, John, I'm not saying that. And if it sounded like that, I apologize. That's not what I meant.
Good women brings everything. Being around a good woman whom could, for example, I cannot take a legal decision without consulting my ex. I will never take a legal decision without, because I trust her judgment 100% on that.
So, John, don't personalize it. Just generally, right? For instance, if I'm your junior brother now, and I'm saying, bro, what do you think I should look for in a woman that is going to be my, my spouse or my wife or something right now? What would you tell me? What are those? I need some specificity. What would you tell me?
A woman who's interested in what you're doing, how you're doing it, and where you hope to get to with doing it.
So essentially, a woman that everything about her life is you are the center of her world. Is that what you're saying?
No, not necessarily. But okay. Savage, do you know there are girls who date men that don't even know what the guy does for a living?
John, let's leave all that one. Let's give me typical good situation.
70% of the women.
John, you are going back. John, don't worry. We know that John, we know that 70% of women are starting with. That's what you're. John, let's leave all of that one. Give me a typical, a woman that you would advise a young brother of yours like me to build.
I just give you that example. A woman who knows what you're doing, how you're doing it, and where you're headed to with doing it.
That's it.
Yes.
Wow.
That's all of it.
And what a woman should look for in a man also is a man who knows what she's doing, how she's doing it, and where she's headed to with doing it.
John, that seems a bit vague. So you can't give me specifics.
It's not
like
vague. It's not vague. It's not vague.
You know, I'm not the smartest person. So I need.
What I'm trying to tell you is that I want a woman that knows that this is what I'm doing. This is how I want to do it, and this is where I'm headed to with doing it.
Okay. John, I know to understand, I swear, because my own head not to correct. So maybe now I know to understand what you're saying.
What do you want to hear?
Okay, so right now
what you want to hear.
No, I don't want you to tell me what I want to hear. I just want you to be specific. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying that, for instance, now if somebody asks me, I'm going to say a woman that is in her feminine energy, a woman that's very patient, right? That would listen to you, that is able to analyze what you're saying and give you something back. A woman that's what I'm asking for.
Well,
like specificity.
You just said the same thing I said.
No, I didn't say the same thing you said.
Okay, let me help you. A woman who knows what you're doing has to be patient with you to know what you're doing. A woman who believes in where you're going to has to be patient with you to believe that I'm building these matches today. That tomorrow I'm going to build 1 million of this. Patience. It can't come without patience.
But I believe does not need patience, it just needs respect and understanding of what you are doing.
You cannot believe something that you're not patient with. You cannot believe something. You cannot believe in something.
I don't think that patience and belief are in that same realm, right? So I can believe somebody but not be patient with them. I can be patient with somebody but not believe in their dream. So those things are not. I don't think that they necessarily go.
They are not
together.
mutually
John,
exclusive.
Either, right? But John, the reason I'm asking the question is, and I feel like you're struggling a bit, right? Is that I sometimes get the sense that you've never really thought about the value of women just as a whole to yourself. And it's not like you are a bad person or you don't think they have value, but I don't think that you really thought about it and put it down specifically, like you know that, okay, you know what, I need a woman for this, I might need a woman for this, I might need a woman for that, I can need a woman for that.
You have always concentrated on women, and I've always concentrated on bad women. Like I said,
John, there are bad women, there are bad men.
Let me give you an example. Of course, there are bad women and there are bad men, but I don't have any business with bad men. I don't have any business with bad men. I'm not geisha. I don't have any business with bad men. I am telling you holistically that what I am looking for is a woman who believes in my dream, helps me build my dream, and knows my dream. A leader is he who knows the way. Let me say something. A leader is he who knows the way, shows the way, and leads the way.
Why?
So let me ask the question another way, John. Let me ask the question another way. So that's the case, right? What's now your responsibility to that woman?
Vice versa. I just said it. I said it to you. Maybe you really lost your brain cells. I said it to you.
1-1.
No,
but he said it. Now that was what he said.
No. Daddy Freeze is not an insult. It was what John was saying earlier that made me lose some brain cells. So there is a possibility that my cognitive. Listen, John, my cognitive abilities have been diminished on this call, and I'm agreeing to that, and I'm owning to that. I'm just saying that, right? I know. That's why I'm saying that now. You have to say it a bit slower and dumber for me to get it. Completely okay.
Yes,
I just want to understand, right? Absolutely. So you're saying that the leader and all of those things, you are flipping it the other way too and saying that the woman has to lead the way, show the way. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's a partnership.
Okay. I lost like 2 other cells again. It's not making sense to me. They can't both lead. Bro. They can't both lead. And they can't both, I cannot keep showing you cannot be dedicated to everything I'm doing and I dedicated to everything you're doing at the same time. It's not practical. Maybe, so hold on, let me give you an example, right? If I want to do masters right now and we want to have kids, In the moment I'm doing the masters, it is important that she stays at home, takes care of the kid, and does more, right? We can't go do masters at the same time. Then when she wants to do hers, then me too, I'll now have to chill. And that's kind of like what I'm talking about. That's kind of like the question that I'm asking you. But you are almost saying that their roles are, or what is expected of both of them are the same in the same situation. I don't think so. I don't think that I can offer what a woman, I don't think, hold on, John. I don't think that a man can give a, there's a role of a woman can play in my life, and there's a role I can play in her life that the same gender cannot play it. That's how I look at it.
If you're
personally,
if you're going into a union because of those testosterone and estrogen roles, then you failed. If that's the reason.
No, I've not estrogenized. I've not estrogenized the roles.
So what?
But let me tell you one thing. No. John, hold on.
What I'm trying.
John, hold on 1 second. John, hold on 1 second. John, hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, please. John, see. I need estrogen in certain situations.
Yes.
Estrogen is needed for that patience. When I come back from work and the whole world has messed me up, I need estrogen. I need that woman to be able to be like, guy, alpha, come on, put your head here, rub your head, and you know, all of those kind of nice things, right? That's an estrogenic kind of stuff, right? Because when I get there, the woman is balancing out my testosterone. I've gone out there to go and struggle, to go and fight the whole world, yell at somebody in traffic, and all of those things, right? She can't give me that again when I get home. It'll be very difficult. So she's going to give me estrogen, like chill, like alaye, calm. It's been hard and all of those things, right? Do you understand? If I go back home and she's trying to behave in a testosterone way, it won't work. It's going to be chaos.
Savage. So, this is what you don't understand from my from what I said. We are talking about the end result and not the process of achieving that end result. The way the female hormones achieve those results is different from the way the male hormones achieve those results. But the end goal is the results. In a union, what you should focus on is someone who believes in your dream. The way you achieve that are two different things. You're driving one person is driving a Lamborghini, one person is driving a Volvo. But the aim is to get to a particular destination. And that was
John, in the end, right? In as much as you want to talk about the goal, the destination is going to be the most important piece of the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that's not what you are saying. You keep saying that's what you are saying whenever I make a good point.
Savage. I am telling you that what you should look for in a woman is a woman who believes in your dream, knows your dream,
okay,
and helps you achieve your dream. What a woman should be looking for in a man is a man who believes in her dream, knows her dream, and helps her achieve her dream. The way he achieves it is not the problem. The fact is that he achieved it. Simple. That's it. There's no long thing in it. But
Amarachi has something to say.
I don't have anything to say.
Let me see if I can bring somebody else in. I hope I allowed you guys to express yourselves properly.
Oh yeah, Daddy Freeze, it's amazing, and I can drop off if somebody else needs to come on.
No.
Okay.
I wanted to end because we've been on for almost 3 hours, 2 hours plus. It's been a very nice conversation and everybody has been enjoying it and nobody bought my money gun. So I'm going to allow Amarachi sell my money gun while they're conversing. Let me go and eat. Just sell my money gun. Let me bring somebody else. Pop that money gun. Super chat, super stickers, and super likes on YouTube. And if you're watching on Instagram, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Bottom left-hand corner, you see how to buy my stars. We've got a brother in here. Remember, there are certain words you cannot use. Okay, brother?
Yeah, definitely.
So please, let's keep that at the back of our mind. You can't use the S or the F or you can't even say S. After that, put E and then that letter X. You can't say it together, so you have to be very careful. Yes. So let the gentleman have his perspective.
Thank you for adding me, Daddy Freeze. Nice seeing you, Savage, and also.
Hello.
Jenny!
I really
What?
understand.
Understand, my bro.
I've been following the conversation for about an hour.
Correct.
So I just wanted to chip in one or two things. You guys made a lot of good points. John made some points, and Savage too also made some points. The issue seemed to be, the generalization of the demography. There are some truths, some things I believe were true that John highlighted, and there are also some things that Savage highlighted, which I think were true. It's just a lot is going on in our this gender dynamics, even here in the West. I mean, America, the same country. Savage. So when he was asking, "Oh, Joe, where have you traveled to?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "We have whatever is going on in Nigeria, we also have it here in the States, and also some things that are going on in the States, both good and bad. We also have it in Nigeria. The way the world is going right now is, the direction which the world is headed, especially during the advent of this social media. A lot of cultures, a lot of trends penetrate very quickly and easily through the West, America, UK to Nigeria, and also through America to through Nigeria to America. I have a lot of Black American friends who are women, who are girls, and they watch a lot of Nigerian TikTok. They watch the girls. As in, sometimes I don't think an American lady. I should be on TikTok watching Nigerian girls. Oh, money gone, TikTok, all those stuff. I'm like, ah. So there's a lot of cultural. The culture is quite dynamic. So a lot of cultural, ideological trends seeping a lot from the West, Nigeria, and Nigeria to the West. So, women, John is focusing a lot on bad women, which I noticed. Oh, this is what bad women, I understand this point. I understand John's point of view well, because I used to share that point of view years before when I first came to this country. But when I began to become less judgmental, you know, when I began to see things the way they are, women, men, dynamics, I was like, okay, it's just more of a personal, this whole gender, whatever, it's more of a personal experience. How you experience the world, what you have inside you, that's what the world will reflect back to you. The world is a reflection of what we have inside us. If you are too focused on one particular sector of the world, that's what we see everywhere. So what I would advise and suggest is begin to see both genders as a blank slate. Don't expect anything. Don't have any kind of expectations of what you think a woman should be, what you think a woman should. Just clear your mind. I'm telling you, if you clear your mind, John, Savage, just clear your mind. I think Savage has been very good in doing that, being more open-minded. Savage understands John's point of view, but I think John does not understand Savage's point of view. That's the mismatch. That's why this conversation has lingered on for quite a while. I understand both because I've been in John's shoes and I've shared his point of view very much strongly in the years before, and now I'm leaning more to Savage point of view. You shouldn't generalize so much. Yeah, I know a lot of women, when they get body enhancements and all that, they tend to focus much because energy goes where attention flows. Where your energy is, that's where your mind is. It's just crazy. And I don't really blame the women, because if they do BBL and a lot of men don't focus on it, they'll be forced to use other parts of their psyche which has been unexploited, like their mind, their talent, their skills, and everything. But the market itself for the BBL, body enhancements, and all that has created a low vibrational culture where everyone is just so much focused on, the physical, the sensual part of our existence as a people. So I believe we can do better than that. You should start looking more, even those totally involved in this part of, you should look more at the better side of our existence, who we are as a people. Who we are as a people. I think we'll go much further. It's not this. See, I'm telling you, you both mean well. Savage and John, we both, even Daddy Free, we both mean well for in this conversation, it's just probably the way the information was conveyed and a lot of maybe arguments here and there. But it's been a nice conversation. It's been nice listening to you guys. I've learned quite a lot. I've seen both sides of my opinions being shared by both parties, and it's quite an interesting conversation. Just nice catching up with you and just sharing one or two conversations. So, but nice hearing from you guys. You guys have good points. Not a cause for arguments. You're on the same page. Just different points of view. And
I know they the same page with John. Oh, that one, I don't understand. I know they the same. I know they the same point. See in Bele, even our Bele no they the same distance. Even our Bele no
Evidence of good living.
even our Bele no they the same. No they the same.
Evidence of good living.
John, just focus
yeah,
on the better part of life. Just focus on. Don't put your mind too much on the. But just focus on the good. Just try put in your mind.
You see. One.
Hello. Sorry, I just want to interject. I have a special announcement to make. Please pop my dad's money guns, super chats, super stickers, super likes. Just pop it. Buy his stars.
You almost broke my heart.
Okay, continue.
I thought that special announcement was that you want to get the BPL.
I'll get it.
No, God forbid.
Daddy Free's daughter.
Yes.
Wow, nice meeting you. I didn't know. No, that's
You
good.
too.
So, bro, what I'm saying in essence is one thing that statistics does to us is I look at things from the point of view of a majority. I started this conversation with saying that there's no absolute 0 and there's no absolute 100. But when majority is what we have, then we can infer that the whole population is that way. I always use this example. Nigeria is a poor country. Does not mean that Dangote Adenuga is not from Nigeria. They are wealthy billionaires. But the fact that 80 or 70% of Nigerians are living in poverty makes you say confidently that Nigeria is a poor country. The fact that out of 10 girls, women I've met with big behind, that are focused on that big behind, are not smart, is enough for me to make that inference as a statistician that I am. It's just the plain truth. I don't have to sugarcoat it to make anybody.
Your mic is muted.
So John, let me poke a few holes in what you said. Right. Number one, you used yourself. Right. How are you the person that determines the definition of smartness? That's one.
Because I'm the one speaking.
Yes. So John, John, hold on. John, it's not a statistic then. It's a perspective.
Wait, sorry. Sorry. I wanted to ask Mr. John, what makes your definition of intellect objective?
My definition of intellect is objective because I'm looking at it from my own lens. What makes you know that there is no one standing behind you? Because you're looking at life from your own lens. That is the only lens you can see. You cannot tell me that because you're not... This is all you can see. You live life from your own lens. You don't live life from other people's lenses.
But that is exactly the reason why it should be subjective, not objective.
If there is a
Pop the money guns.
Now, but John, you know if there is a debt on this spec now, if there is maybe blue, if this is transparent, if you make it this lens blue lens now or red lens, I begin to see the world as red.
Yes.
This world
is the whole world red.
Is the whole world red? No. See, this world we see is in our mind.
Yes. And if by cosmic accident an individual, let me not use you as an example, goes blind, the whole world will be black to him.
Yes.
but the whole world is not black. But to him, the whole world is black.
But that's what
I
makes it
speak what-
subjective.
I speak.
So
what is
for
in my
that
head.
for that blind person now to now say the whole world is black, while there are people who can see, is foolish.
That
It's
blind
subjective.
person
You can
has-
say
that blind person has-
John,
that
the blind person can then say, from my perspective, everywhere is black. I will be like, yes, you are right. But to now say the whole world is black is now wrong.
That
To say
blind person-
statistically
that
the whole
blind
world
person-
is black.
that blind person, from his perspective, to him, the whole world is black.
That's what makes it
And-
subjective.
And please, let me land.
So that's not statistics. That's my opinion.
Now let's also go further with this survey that we're about to do. I encourage you guys to do this survey logically and have a serious conversation with 10 women with big behind and tell me. I have friends. You guys are not my only friends, and most of my friends share the same opinion. Try and meet 10 girls with big behind and have a conversation with them. You realize that most of their conversations are focused on that behind. Savage made a point by saying that it is expensive to do a BBL. Now, if someone would take if someone who does not have a college degree can take $10,000 to go and do a BBL, does that not tell you that the person is focusing more on that behind than our brains? Is that not simple?
John, go back to the analogy of the blind. You see how this one way you talk after.
Is that not simple?
See, I stopped listening. Go back to the analogy of the blind person. I'm still there. Now then I still there. You see how this one you talk when you want to come back.
You just said it. Savage, you just said it yourself.
John, everything else you said is just a facade to cover up the mess up there with that analogy of blind person. And she asked you a very pertinent and intelligent question. What makes your own submission or your perception of the world the objective one? Because you skip. See, John, give me one second. The moment you say, no, John, hold on. The moment you say statistic, then you have now left the realm of your subjective perception. And that is where I am disagreeing.
That's not true. Savage, go back to your Stat 101 class. When you're asked to take a survey, you're taking a survey from what you think, not from what other people think. That is why you are one.
John, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a simple question. John, from my perspective and from my statistic, I have met 20 Igbo men, and they're all thieves. Are all Igbo people thieves?
If you've met 20 Igbo men and they're all thieves, then they're thieves. Then they're thieves.
Wait, come and remove this boy from this live show, I beg.
No, he said that he has met 20 Igbo men and they're all thieves.
I said if I say I've met 20 Igbo men
and I said
all 20 of them are thieves, can I say all Igbo people are thieves?
You can say all Igbo people are thieves because that is the only.
No, I can't say that.
Excuse me.
Can I land?
Because that is the only information available to you.
So if I'm having a conversation
that is the only information available to you.
John, hold on. I will not say that. Statistically, all Igbo people are thieves. No, you can't say that, my bro.
Let me get somewhere.
You can think that. No, Savage, you can think that.
Yes,
you can. See,
subjectively, I can tell you it's my opinion, but when I say it is statistically proven, that's where the problem is.
Please. And when you make such comments, people like me who are not thieves will not feel bad. Because I know, maybe it's because you have not dealt with me.
John, we are not talking about feelings. We are talking about that analogy. No, you are landing on something that is wrong. That's not the point. Your feeling about it is inconsequential.
What makes you feel that you thinking that I'm landing on a surface that is wrong is right?
Oh my God, I love this conversation.
What are you talking about? John, this is not... John, you're trying to confuse the conversation. That's not the point.
Savage.
Why did you do like this now?
Savage. I've had a lot of people come out and say that most of the boys that live in Lekki are fraudsters. It doesn't bother me. I live in Lekki. I'm not a fraudster. However, is their statement valid? A bit of it. A bit of it. If you tell Dangote that Nigeria is a poor country, he will tell you yes, that Nigeria is a poor country. But it's not poor.
It's not poor.
But it's not poor. It's not poor. You have to stop looking at life from your emotions. Look at life from reality. From reality. I'm still yet to see a young woman very, very endowed with big bakasi that is a brain surgeon. I did find out. If I see one, I feel like see. I never see. I never see.
Why?
Because all of them.
Why should a woman with a big back has to be a brain surgeon? Why are you focused on? Why can't you just take women brain surgeons for what they are, whether they are big back or not?
Jenny, how many human beings are brain surgeons? Can we even start there? Before we now narrow down to people that are COVID. How many?
I know.
You weigh your head.
Quick.
Mr. George,
Interruption. I have to interrupt. I have to interrupt again.
When you don't get big hands, you be brain surgeon. One car.
I have to interrupt again. Sorry. Yes. Okay. What is it again? Please pop the money gun. Super chat, super stickers, super stars. Buy his stars. Buy his lucky stars.
You don't even know how to sell this market.
Buy
You need
it.
to learn.
She's trying. She's doing.
So guys, if you guys are enjoying this life, pop the money guns. If you pop these money guns, I'll ask them to follow you. You sell this market better in a better way. You're being mild with selling.
Okay. If I get enough money guns, I'll remove John. So if you people want me to remove John, pop the money guns. Buy his super chat.
I gave you an idea.
Yes. So
So honestly, I'm sorry, but that is how it is, and that is what it is. A lot of people know I'm saying the truth, but because everybody wants to be politically correct. I did not come to this life to be politically correct with me. I came to this life to talk what's in my head. There's no filter between my head and my mouth. As you take the thing from my head, that's why they take the talk out.
wait, Mr. John, sorry. In regards to that statement on you never seen female brain surgeons with big behinds or AKBs.
I know 5 female brain surgeons.
Okay, but how
None
many?
of them have the big behind.
Yeah, but how
None of them.
many brain surgeons do you know in general?
I know 5 female brain surgeons. 5.
And that's what you use to do your analysis.
I'm not using only brain surgeons to do my analysis. I'm using even the industry where I work in.
John, how many people even know 5 brain surgeons general? That you now know 5 female brain surgeons.
I know 5.
Just generally.
I know 5 female.
Mention their names. Mention their names like that. Mention their names right now.
Khadijat.
Last name. I need last name.
I don't know. Is it everybody? Savage, what's my last name?
Mention her name.
You say you know 5 brain surgeons, John.
Yes.
John, mention their name. First, last name, so that we can verify.
I did not say 5. I did not say 5 brain surgeons. I said 5 female brain surgeons.
John, mention their names, first and last name. Let's go.
I don't know this particular person's last name.
So you don't, okay, mention the other ones, you know their last name. Go. Next one.
Ngozi Korazulike, UPTH.
Ngozi Korazulike. Next one.
What was this doctor's name? Harish. I know there's a Krishna in her name. She's based in Dubai.
Name. Full name. You don't know that one. Leave that one. The next one.
Something Krishna. The next one. Savage.
The next one. Don't worry. The next one.
Take it easy. What's the name of this doctor?
I don't love Taya for you.
Take your time.
I can't remember the other 2, but when I remember,
John, you don't know 5 female brain surgeons.
Savage. The fact that you don't understand English, I can't help you. Knowing them does not make them my friends.
I didn't ask you their friends. Give me their names. You know them. Give me their names. Give me their names. You don't know 5 brain surgeons. You don't know 5 female brain surgeons. Stop lying.
Stay with me. 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 I can tell you confidently that I know up to 10 scoliosis doctors, scoliosis surgeons. Why? Because I've had an experience with.
Give me their names. Give me 5 of the 10. Give me 5 of the 10 scoliosis surgeons that you know. First name, last name.
Why would I know their first name and their last name? Are they my friends?
But you say you know.
How do we know you know them? You say you know them.
So let me ask you a question. You walk into GT Bank and you see the bank manager of GT Bank.
Yes.
Transamadi branch.
I will not come on a live show and say I know them. I will not come on a live show and say I know them. I don't know them.
Wait, but sorry, Mr. John. Mr. John.
Let me learn. Based on the conversation we are having, we are talking about their physical attributes and not their DNA or blood group.
Oh yeah, John, try to remember the 5
I
female
don't need to know
surgeons
their
that you
name
know.
to know what they look like.
Wait, but Mr.
I do
John.
not need to know their names to know what they look like.
Jenny, you see say you know what's up. You did.
Mr. John.
I don't need to know their names to know what they look like.
I'm still a bit weak.
Mr. John.
Let me ask you savage now.
Mr. John.
Let me ask you savage now. Do you know up to 10 female soldiers? You must have seen that have big butts.
I don't know 10 female soldiers.
Wait now. It's different from me asking savage. Do you know up to 10 female soldiers that their sons' names are John? To know their son's name, you have to know them and know their family.
John,
I'm not their family.
John,
I'm getting somewhere. You have to know them and know their family. But to know what they look like, you don't need to know them. All you need to do to know what they look like is to see
Come,
them.
you are not popping my money guns, oh. Una just gather here, they watch. Una not pop my money gun. I'm ending this live in 2 minutes. If I don't see money gun, I'm ending this live. 2 minutes. Timer is on.
Daddy Freeze, tell them if they want you to, if they pop the money gun, we remove John or we remove Shady or myself. Let them vote.
Okay. Somebody has to go. You can do it on Facebook, facebook.com/. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Buy 1,000 stars and remove anybody you like. You can go to TikTok, buy 3 money guns and remove anybody you like. So let's keep it like that.
if you have a big behind, you want to become a brain surgeon. You're a woman, beautiful, endowed with.
I wouldn't want to, because I know that politicians want my big behind. What am I going to go and be breaking people's brains?
Some people have passion.
Billionaires want to play with me. You're validating my statement.
I'm not validating. I'm just asking a question.
You're validating my statement.
And you gave
He's
an
asking
answer
a question.
I'm not validating. You are the one taking a valid. I just asked a question, and your answer validated your previous statement. So that's all I wanted to know. So, Savage, what about you?
What?
If you are a beautiful
Seems
woman,
we all
with a
like
beautiful-
all of
yet
them
so
here.
beautiful,
Nobody's popping.
do you want to become a
Yeah.
brain surgeon? You will. Okay.
But I mean, I'm already a very beautiful man, and I'm still doing my hardest to be intelligent, to be smart, to chase a career. There's so many other things I could be doing right now, but I'm not doing it. So if I was a woman, I would chase that because that's more important to me than anything else.
The fact that you're still chasing is the problem.
Nobody has
Our
commented on Instagram.
our opinion of the world is a confession of our character. Now, when
Because
you
it's
get
gone on for
inside,
too long. It's almost 3
project go
hours.
out. So I
So
understand.
you have to start watching with another account to be able
Personal
to.
question to two of you, and two of you gave different answers. So it just says more about how service is the world.
Someone pop the money gun.
All right, somebody has popped the money gun.
The
Who did they want us
prince.
to remove?
That prince, no, he has just popped 1. He needs to pop 3.
Oh, somebody bought.
I need to put
We blame men who are obsessed with big behind in Nigeria, making women lose focus. Don't remove John. Oh. If you don't want me to remove John on YouTube, send $20. Pop money gun.
Yes.
What about
Pop the
Savage?
money gun.
Savage seems to be the defender of the women. John
Yes.
seems to be the defender of the men. One must go. Pop those money guns right now.
Okay, pop so I can go. Pop money goes so I can do.
No, they don't seem to remember you in the equation. It's more of John versus Savage.
It's okay, it's good.
So you are there as a referee.
The truth is that I am not against women. I am against women who have lost focus. I'm
Word.
against those women Personally, I've met smart, intelligent women in my course of career. Extremely smart, extremely intelligent. When I mean extremely, I mean extremely, extremely intelligent. But when I look at them, I see something physically that they don't have that made them focus on building that career. A lot of them don't have 90% of them. 90% of them don't have a big behind. But I have met a lot of girls with big behind that are asking you for how much. Once you say hello.
Now, in fairness to John, okay, somebody has sent 1,000 stars on Facebook. Maria Lashi, who do you want us to remove? Now, in fairness to John, yeah, I want to ask Savage this question. Are there more unintelligent women with BBL than intelligent women?
Good. That is, this is my perspective. No. This is my perspective.
Okay.
Right? My perspective, right? All the women that I know that are curvy.
I didn't say curvy, I said BBL.
BBL. Oh, man, I don't know BBL people. I don't know. They didn't tell me. Nobody has admitted to me they did BBL yet. Nobody. So nobody has come and told me. Do you guys know people that have told you that I did BBL?
No, me, I can see it. They don't need to tell me.
You need them to tell you for you to know.
Once I just see BBL, I just know say this one no did natural. So what I'm trying to hone in on to.
BBL, look at their navel. Look at their navel button. Look at their navel button.
What happened to it?
People they walk out with their navel open. What happened to it?
Is there any clothes that women wear these days that doesn't open, they expose their navel?
No.
Inform me, educate me, I want to know.
John, are you living in a strip club? Me, I know the
distance between the distance.
Oh, today life sweet, no be lie.
The navel button and their what's this place called? This place where the V starts. I'm not talking about
their crotch.
I don't know what's called. Their hip area, their waist area, sorry, is longer.
John, how are you able to see this? Because everybody with me, I know that they wear shirts. I know they see navel like this. So you walk out for the see navel. Which kind of thing is this now?
Brother, I don't know where it is.
John, no, John, I'm being objective right now. Where do you live? Where you can just see people's navel?
Maybe you work in a Roman Catholic church. Church. They expose their navel church.
No, wait. John, I'm not serious. I know the joke. Jenny, hold on 1 second. You shy down, right? You they see people navel if they walk out for road. I think very serious. I know the joke.
Savage, if you say you have met people with BBL and you know them.
I say I don't know. No, John. I said I don't know how to identify. Then you are trying to tell me how to identify.
I'm trying to tell you how to identify them because I've met a lot of them.
I'm going to open their shirts. How you they take no? Now you they open their shirts to know how.
You know whether they play with them. You know whether they play with them.
Okay, so now they play when they play.
Savage, even on Instagram here, go to their pages, you will see at least 1 or 2 pictures.
Baba, give me one name. Make I go to pages now.
Esther Berry. I don't know what to do. Esther Berry, Berry.
Why did this conversation even come up in the first place?
So let me tell you how to know,
But I know they I know they see navel for year.
For me, I don't need to see navel.
Maybe you're not looking at the same profile, please. And let me continue. So now, if you want to find out, there is that distance.
Navel police.
That distance is there. Then secondly, go to their profile. You will see a gap between where they post for 3 months. They will not post. Guy, why did you like this? We know these people. We
Ah.
There's a 3 months gap. They don't go post anything. The next picture they go post, they go turn their nyash like that. They go. Why they do like this? We know this work. We know this work. Eh? This never
John, you're
hold on.
good. Oh my God.
There's nothing to me. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what the person wants to do. Trust me. Let them. See, you should not force people to be a brain surgeon. Don't be disappointed in people's life choices. Don't be disappointed. Just let them. You are focused on your life choice. There are some people that will tell you they are disappointed in what you are doing, your life choice. You just ignore.
And I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed in their lives. I'm not disappointed in their life choices. All I'm saying is that they should not feel bad when I feel.
Someone else popped your money gun.
Who is that?
Big bum and brain no fit the same body. I'm not focused on their life choices. I don't have any business with their life choices. It doesn't affect my life choices in any way.
Bro the Shanta, thanks for popping my money gun. If you're watching on TikTok, Bro the Shanta popped the second money gun. One more money gun and you can choose who's leaving.
Daddy Freeze, how much is the money gun that is popping? How much is one?
I don't know, like
popped
4 money guns. Oh, Bro the Chanta is really oh man. Eh?
How much is the money gun? I don't even understand.
I don't even know. I just know that when you pop it, it puts me on the map on TikTok. God bless you, Bro the Chanta. Bro the Chanta just popping away. Almost 10 money guns right now.
Now it's 10.
Who does he want them to remove?
Now it's 10. Who do you want to remove? In fact, you can tell me to end the show. You can even tell me to continue, Seth. I don't take since I see money guns like this. So,
It's because I'm here.
keep quiet. You were here all the while until I come back. Now the money gun begin come.
The two.
They too.
Daddy Freeze, she was doing her best. She tried.
She tried, but easy. Biro the Chanta. That's almost 14 money guns.
I think it's 14.
Oh, well, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
But he can make it 20. Then I'll give you guys more insight on how to identify. If he makes it 20, I can give you guys more insight on how to identify.
Daddy Freeze, is that on TikTok?
Remove John.
On TikTok?
He asked for John to be removed.
He asked for John to be removed. I have moms, sisters, and daughters.
Remove me now.
Oh yeah, John, sorry, this is a business decision.
No,
Unless
And he's popping more.
and it's popping more.
No, Daddy Freeze, whatever the amount is, I'll give you part of it to keep John on. Don't remove John. Because
Okay. So let's do it like this. If anybody can pop the money gun equivalent in 5 minutes, the way Chanta popped it, to support John staying, I will not remove John. But in 5 minutes, if nobody counters this money gun, I'll have to remove John as a business decision. Not because I'm not enjoying him.
As a business decision, yes.
As a business decision,
I'm 100% supportive with it.
I have to remove John.
You can take him out and bring him back, right?
But I want to keep it in 5 minutes, within 5 minutes. Let's look at a 5-minute time limit. Shanta pop 15 money guns. That's a lot.
Save me.
Somebody needs to save John. Now you can save John with $50.
He's still popping.
Below the Chanta is popping. Beautiful life.
That's no like John.
You can save John with $50 on YouTube. Or 5,000 stars on Facebook. You can save John with 5,000 stars on Facebook, 15 money guns, or $50 on YouTube super chats. We need $50. Somebody has dropped $20, said keep John.
He's still popping.
They love John, no, as in Baba na this one na APC obedient people ready pie, APC people ready pie. Oh yeah, still popping. Right now, $50 keeps John. If I can get $50, I have $20, so $30 more on YouTube. We keep John. That cancels out.
Wow, that's serious.
Oh yeah. I gave them 5 minutes so everybody can recharge.
John, in a good market.
I swear. Better markets.
He's popping.
Our below the Shanta is just popping. Just
He doesn't
popping.
want to hear stories.
Just
That person
popping.
shall end John.
And doesn't look like the responsive. Below the Shanta has popped 20, almost 20 money guns. Ah. Now, for those of you who are no longer allowed to spray in parties, if you want to show your wealth, you can come and buy money gun. Beautiful life, $50 has come in on YouTube, said, keep John.
Wow.
So Shanta, you need to do another 20 money guns. Another person dropped in $69. Ah, they say keep John.
Chanta, now person will get BBL.
Chanta. You have to keep.
You have to do another 20 now to take.
You have to do another 20 to keep John.
You have to do another 20
my God.
to keep me out.
You have to do another 20 to remove John. Because of more, they don't lock TikTok. Oh, today, not today. Oh. Guys. Oh, but this Chanta, they just they pop, they go, they pop.
No, if you like saying get BBL.
Chanta has popped 30 money
You
guns.
know, there are some men that are BBN lovers, so I'm going to respect that.
Chanta has popped 30. Once she pops the 55, then John has to go again unless another person comes to bail John.
It's a man.
Oh, don't pop 30 again.
He don't pop. No, he never
popped
completes.
31.
He has popped 31. If he pops 55, then we know that he has cancelled out YouTube. Facebook people, where are the stars? Or you can pop a small lion or a big lion. That one would all cancel everywhere. Anybody that wants to go now against YouTube, like a small lion, you say that small lion, yeah. Or more, John is on the map again to go. Now bail money we go to find. And it's women that save John. Oh, I can't believe this. Low battery. Which kind of riburuku be this one? Olamide, Olabode, but you no talk anything. Almost 2,500 stars coming in on Facebook. Omo, people like John. Oh. Where have been the things everybody go to quarrel with John?
They give them insight on how
Bureau de Chanta.
This is the pop.
She has stopped. Maybe she went to get a lion or something. Once you just see that lion like this.
Maybe she go add her other credit card.
PFP.
Since they are called.
If you be in husband. Bureau de Chanta, are you male or female?
Since they all call my guy.
Because he said, I have mothers, sisters, and
Yes.
daughters
So
that we cannot bash our women. That's what he said.
Maybe he's a guy. Maybe he's a guy supporting the anti-bashing.
So the thing is.
Okay. So right now, John is in. So John, continue your gisting until.
Nobody is bashing women here. We are just saying that there are good ones and there are bad ones. On this life, I said I've met super intelligent women in my career. I've met a female directional driller that drills a well that you should drill in 1 month in 3 weeks. But what I'm trying to say is that girl, if you see she did like
Yes, as expected.
As expected, thank you.
See, if you see people, men that are into computational physics, like some professions require extra level of attention, dedication. They require your life. They don't just require even 9 to 5, 8-hour work a day. They require 60-hour work a day. Dedication, years of dedication. These people, they lose, as in bro. So saying brain surgery is out, bro. Just even me, I know there's professions I can't do. It will take part of, life is not just about your profession. You need to live life also. You need to have children, you need to get married, you need to have socialize, you need to spend time with them. So saying there's some certain profession that require extra level of dedication, that it's just, it's expected that you will look like that. If you see the male equivalent, there are some schools.
Do you know what it means that you have a child? I'm not being specific. I'm just giving an example. That you have a girl child. That every day all people tell her is, your butt is big. Your butt is big. Your butt is big.
Why are they telling them that? Why are they telling them?
Because we live in a perverted society.
Go down.
We live in a society where men's brains are wired to such things. And if they keep on telling her that, you realize that
it becomes
her world, it becomes her it becomes everything that clouds her judgment. So instead of paying that extra $10,000 to get a master's degree, she rather pay that $10,000 to enhance that thing that people have been telling her that is very fine. That is the problem. That's exactly what I've been saying since from morning till night now.
John, what thing they talk, they be like say it makes sense, but it don't make sense. It don't make sense.
I give up.
No, John, see, Shady, you said the gas I do. But there, it's your glasses.
Stop your own. What?
I don't stop my own. See, you get one area where you say, I don't want to carry the conversation goes things because I don't want to feed into it in John the talk. Right?
You can analyze it.
But I will talk just to counter this conversation, right? See, there's a lot of things that are involved with people enhancing their body. And it does not necessarily come from a place of confidence and things like that. Not a lot of them do. Right? Come from a place of confidence and strength. It comes, in my own opinion, a lot of it, or 50% of it comes from a place of insecurities. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Right? So I would even argue that it is the people that are looking like stick, that grew up looking a certain way, that are more susceptible to that than people who even grew up with some kind of shape. If we really want to get into it. Right? If you have a girl that has a mild shape and is okay, the tendency that she's going to do BBL might be very slim to none or low. Most of the time, when you have a girl that maybe grew up not having that shape and she has been abused, or when I say abused, not in a negative, not in a in a sexual way or anything, but what's the word, that insulted or bullied? Sorry, the word I'm looking for is bullied. As a result of that, that in a way might create a perception for her where that insecurity, that bullying causes insecurity, and that insecurity now drives her to want to go and enhance that body. That's what I think. Right? So if you truly look at it, I don't think that it comes from somebody who is already shapy and somebody saying, look at your butt is nice and all of those things. I don't think, at least from what I'm thinking, and you guys can tell me, Shane, you can tell me what you think, right? But I don't think that is the case for the most part. Yeah. Now, so I take look and share. So, if you reason the matter like that, it didn't one kind. And all this generalist mentality about this thing, say, because the picking they all right, everybody then say, look, your ear, you come in, say, now, waiting the picking go do for the restaurant. I don't believe all those kinds of things. Because that is one thing. Having the means to be able to actually do it is another thing, right? And also, you cannot say that it's almost as if you're saying that every woman that goes through that will be insecure for life, and it would mean that is how they will end up. It's almost as if you are making a judgment on how they are going to eventually live their life or how they will go about their bodies and things like that. I don't think that is completely accurate, personally. Now, with me, I just think that. Because now people with me, I see, most of the people that I see that are going about this stuff, a lot of insecurity is involved. A lot of insecurity. And that insecurity becomes even clear when they go under the knife once, and then they go under the knife again, and they go under the knife again. Because it just is never enough. Right? As opposed to maybe someone that was in an accident and needed to do something specifically for how just to make themselves look better or something like that. That's a different thing. Or somebody who has babies and then they have a pouch and now they want to do a tummy tuck and stuff like that. But sometimes you'll notice that a lot of these people will go on that knife a couple of times because they want to enhance everything. Some of them might start with BBL and then they will now go to their face, they will now go to their nose, they will now go to, their eyelashes, their eyebrows, and, they just, after a while, they are non-recognizable, their faces are not moving anymore. I feel like a lot of it comes from insecurity, not from anything else. That's what I
do. Me a favor at your spare time. Walk into a strip club and tell me the amount of strippers that have a big behind. And walk into a hospital and tell me the amount of female doctors that have a big behind.
All right, good. When you're done,
in your spare time.
No, you're fine.
You cannot respond to it until you have done it.
No, I can respond.
John seems very informed when it comes to these strip clubs.
No. Daddy Freeze, no. He's sounding informed, but there's a very simple counter to it, right? John, I can ask you the same question back. Go into a nursery where they are taking care of children. Tell me how many women you find there. Then go into a basketball court and tell me how many men you find there. It's a stupid argument, bro. That is what people go to. That's what people go to strip clubs to see. That is what is required for you to be in a strip club. And
I'll answer you.
Let me finish, John. Hold on. Let me answer the question. You will answer me. Let me finish. That is what you go to a strip club to see exclusively. That is what a strip club is for. I'm not done. I am not done. Then when you go somewhere else to another field where that is not what is needed exclusively, you will see all types and all array of women in those situations. You're talking about doctors, right? There is a lot of doctors right now. The doctor that is taking care of me right now, oh my God, she's endowed. She is. Right? And inside our same practice, there's some people that are not that endowed and all of those things. You'll find different flavors there. But you're using a strip club and you're sounding as if you're making a very great argument. Then that is exclusively what is required there.
Savage.
Baba, I don't know, but the day where the woman stand up, where I see the code, I don't understand. I did not say Annabelle. Next time if I go there, I'll say maybe she put her shirt over here. Look at Annabelle because Joe don't tell me I said Annabelle.
Savage, you just shot yourself in the leg. You said that the reason why it's like that in the strip club is because that is what is required for you to work in the strip club. Why is that not what is required for you to be a doctor?
You know what?
Why is that the only one laughing? John, you're the only one laughing.
Why is that not?
John, you're the only one laughing. I don't understand. John, what's your argument? What are you saying?
The fact that I'm the only one laughing means that you cannot see the other guy that is here because he's laughing.
But this point that Mr. John made,
It's just like you telling me that for you to walk in Konoko.
Bro, no, see, I don't know why they're laughing. I don't get it.
It's just like you telling me that for you. It's just like you telling me that for you to work in Konoko Phillips as a drilling engineer, you have to have a degree in engineering. It means that you need a degree in engineering to be a drilling engineer. So what you're trying to tell me is that you need big bomb for you to be a stripper. And that means you need big bomb for you to misbehave. And you're validating my statement. Savage, I'm about this matter. You can come here and try to sound politically correct.
John, I swear to God, I still do not understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Right? Your analogy was that
like you
if you go into hold on one second. Yeah, like I earlier said, I've lost brain cells. I know. Hold on, John. You are saying that. No, see, I know you are trying to trivialize the issue, but it's not trivial for me. It's a very simple analogy that you gave. You said, go into a strip club, tell me how many women you see with BBLs or big behind, and then go into a doctor's, maybe a practice, and tell me how many you see. That's not an argument for me, because you are talking about one particular area that is what is, it's a speciality. That is the requirement. That's a basic requirement. I don't get it. I'm confused.
Mr. John, can I say something? Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually.
The point you made is a bit flawed in the sense that the hospital and the strip club, they are selling two entirely different things. The strip club focuses on the beauty. The hospital has no criteria whatever except your degree and your education and stuff like that. So when you're focusing on the beauty, you have to think of what is the selling point, which is why
So why is the strip club not employing Abani Darego?
because she's not going to she's not going to feed into the men's lust.
Thank you. Now, the fact that she does not feel into the man's lust by jumping on poles means that by jumping on poles means that she's going to focus on her head, be smart to win a beauty pageant. Because the beauty pageant is not all about how tall she is or how beautiful she is. It's also about how smart she can converse. But that one that only needs to jump on the pole and do the
Paul is not easy, oh.
will only focus on knowing how to roll on the pole, and that's not a skill. Big cash and sense no fit dey one body.
No, but there are some doctors or lawyers or all these type of people that they have. They are very endowed.
Those exceptions does not make the rule. Very few exceptions.
Who said there are exceptions?
Very few exceptions.
It's difficult to come to
Someone sent you.
common ground on this kind of discussion. So we are going to
sent
back
you
and
Galaxy.
forth, back and forth, back and
That's
forth. It's very difficult.
Breeze the Shanta just sent a galaxy. Looks like they really want to dethrone John. They really want to dethrone John.
I still want to know, Savage, that your doctor, I suspect as is natural. I suspect that as is natural because
I even suspect that hers is as a product of childbirth.
So let me tell you guys one thing, right? Shitting.
Another galaxy.
There's no if we're gonna argue, or at least if we're gonna listen and
Is it
hear
two
each other
galaxies?
out,
I think so.
at
Yes.
least there's some things that we have to.
I want two
agree,
galaxies.
right? So if you want to talk about mathematics, for instance,
5 more galaxies and John is
we have to
out.
at least agree that 1 + 1 is 2. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But that's not what we're doing here, right? Now, Shani, you're asking about BBL. Let me tell you guys something that you guys do not actually know right now. Do you realize that affluent women are the one that can afford it the most, especially in the country where me I'm at? Do you guys realize that it is women who are doing very well that can afford to enhance their body?
In Nigeria, not necessarily.
You mean
Taja Teron, you.
No, wait. You mean like Jeff Bezos' wife or Bill Gates' wife or
John, let me finish saying. John, let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Is that what you mean?
Right?
Is that what you call
what I'm saying?
affluent women? Or you mean women that save
Let me
$10,000?
Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. Right? It is women here mostly, right? Contrary to popular opinion, right? Prostitution does not sell in America like it does in Nigeria. I want all of you to know that, right? You see women. There's a lot of women. Shane, I tell you one thing. A lot of women from Nigeria, when they travel come America, they struggle just because of that. Because when they were in Nigeria, all they have to do is to look nice. The moment they come here, whether you look nice, you don't look nice, there are like 700,000 other women that look nice, that have their jobs, that have their homes and all of that, right? So you just looking nice does not cut it here, right? The point I'm trying to make is this.
Did you see this comment? That is
A lot of
like
women.
Baltimore girls.
John, stop shouting now. John, stop shouting. John, you've been talking since. Let me
I
finish.
just saw the comments.
John, let me finish. I could be reading comments while you were talking, right? I don't do that. Let me finish what I'm saying. You don't need to agree with me, but you have to let me get my point out, right? What I have noticed, and guys, I'm not telling you this is a statistic. This is my point of view, and that's what I'm going to continue to say, right? It's subjective. It's not right. It is just from my own perspective. I'm not going to tell you it's a statistic. It's not, right? The point I'm trying to make, right, is this. A lot of women here are able to get jobs They're able to do things for themselves. They're able to make themselves look however it is that they want. That's the truth.
Woo!
A basic person, right? A basic person that is a caregiver here in America can have money after a while and be able to do her thing and make her body look however she wants. That's just the truth.
John has to go.
That's the point.
Bro Lechanta has brought 5 universities. Galaxies, not university.
Very, very good.
So 5 minutes for anybody to respond on YouTube, on Facebook, or on TikTok.
David, you were saying something. I'll continue.
Yeah, I was saying, so everybody that was saying that from their own point of view, somebody is saying Olusho is in America, great, where you are. That's why I said what I'm saying is subjective. I'm not saying that. I'm not
everywhere for America now.
No. You don't get me. No, be waiting. I talk. Be that. Calm down. Mona, they hear me.
Okay, so
No, they hear me. If they're relevant to waiting, relevant to waiting to talk. I talk. Say, just not just become. Just right. We are.
You're breaking.
You're breaking.
Can you hear me now?
you can hear you now.
So I just talk say just because you get money, just because you fine, no mean say you go just person wey go dey lavish money on top you for year. You fit go Lagos, make it be saying that your reality with that. But for year competition dey well. You understand what I'm trying to talk? So in the end, even if you dey run that kind of package, you go still get job. You go still go find job or something where you go dey take the supplements.
John goes nowhere. They brought $5. We need $50 to keep John. In time, don't remain 4 hours, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. $50 to keep John on YouTube.
I don't even tire myself. You guys are, John, you are right. I'm exhausted. I don't tire.
Thank you for making my day. I swear,
I'm exhausted.
You guys made my day.
Buro the Chanter, I gbadun you today. I gbadun you today as in you popped. You popped. As in I dey happy.
Follow the chat and make men taste this money now. Where the money day? Today's life was so interesting.
As in man.
That's good. That's good. Nice catching up with you guys.
Thank you so much.
John, Savage has changed a little bit since the last time we spoke, but John, John, no go fit change, you know.
This one, I like this one going enter inside this one. I know this one.
This is how I was designed to be, and I cannot change. It's not possible. I say things the way I feel about them. I don't try to.
And John, it's important that you let people know that that's how you feel about them. It's okay. I'm all about that too. But let people know that that's how you feel about those things. Don't when you start, John, my disagreement.
Somebody say, wait, Daddy Freeze is still online.
When you start giving percentages,
he started while I was boarding. I've flown to Faro from Glasgow.
Okay. Now, what time they follow you, John? If you tell me saying how I take feel about them, now wait till me I see now how I take say and be this fine. But when you call the cost statistics, you call 70%, 80%. Now when me and they tell you say you know possible.
That 70% is based on my personal survey, and it is valid
for you.
It is valid.
For you now.
It's valid. It is
what
valid.
Did I hear? I heard it noise.
It is valid.
Hold
it
on.
is valid. It is valid. It is valid. It's based on my personal survey, and it's valid. I have not seen any girl.
I'm number 14 in Nigeria today. Yeah.
We get big behind. We get big behind. We get sense. I have tried so hard to meet one. Anyway, wife.
I'll be.
You know that big way this cup will fit down top.
That's too far-fetched.
So I'm not.
Even you can't agree, brother.
Huh?
The other brother here, you agree? Say he's far-fetched.
It seems far-fetched, you know.
Say you go see girl we get yash like that. Go still sabi book.
I don't know, but it seems far-fetched. How big? My question was how big?
Really big. And my problem is that all of them that you meet. In fact, I've met some that will even ask you, do you know I have to
basing intelligence on the size of a person's backside? That's what we are doing.
I'm not basing intelligence on the size of the person's backside. I'm saying that those that have those big backs. I'm saying that those that have those big backs.
Somebody say people should start arguing with John, because John no they ever agree.
Sense and big back, big nyash, no go fit date the same body. One of them have to leave for the other one to come in.
So if person get them, they got to exorcise one.
One of them.
He has a point. Just that it's funny. That is the funny thing. That's why
it's a sad reality.
Energy. You savage. I don't just want to go into spirituality on this life because that's too. I don't want to debate a little bit, but energy centers deep in the body.
So for you, Yash na energy center. No, it be like that small picking where they say one release on say Yash. Is it this way?
There are regions in the body where energy is concentrated. The head, the throat, the chest, the belly, the reproductive organs, and the base of the spine. Like, so once
Bureau de Shanti. I mean the Shanta.
Goes where attention flows. Where if your attention is too focused on one part of your body, that's where most of your energy will go. That's where most of your energy will go. If your energy is focused here, okay, academics, intellectual pursuits. If your energy is focused here, singing, that you focus more on making your voice more pleasurable. If your energy is centered on loving, empathy. If your energy is centered on courage, food, this is where your body. It's just so he has a point. But these people are redeemable. It's not set in stone. It's not set in stone.
They are redeemable if they want. They are redeemable. They are redeemable if they want to be redeemed.
Balance is necessary in life. John is talking about extremities. Is black or white? No, that's not.
Wait, sir, Mr. John. Mr. John, is your issue with BBL or big behinds in general?
I don't have any issue with any of them.
Bureau de Shanta.
No, I'm saying, do you associate what is it again? Can I say stupidity?
Woo! Unintelligence. Bureau de Shanta, they popping. Make some noise for Bureau de Shanta. Everybody follow Bureau de Shanta.
Do you associate unintelligence with big behind or BBL?
Okay. I associate unintelligence with people who focus on their big behind. And most of them focus on their big behind. And I've given you reasons why most of them focus on their big behind. Because they feel that is the only thing that is attractive to men. They have it somewhere in their head. And most of the times they get disappointed every time they meet a man, be with a man. When the man wants to marry,
another galaxy. I'm just so lucky today. Bureau de Shanta.
It is massive. When it was time for him to choose a soulmate, he chose the right soulmate.
Bureau de Shanta.
The kind of things that attract men. I'm so sorry if it's difficult for people to understand, but it's the truth. I have never seen them be intelligent. Only few of them that I've met by cosmic accident sounded intelligent to me.
Why is it that one you call accident, not the one that you generate? Why is it that one that is accident?
Yes, because out of 20 I see one. Well, that's why it's called an accident. It is something that does not occur.
What if you change the location of searching?
Okay, the location. I've tried to change locations. I've gone to church.
Have you been to libraries? Have you been to institutes?
I've been to libraries. I was in various institutes of higher learning.
Have you been to Catholic churches where the nuns are? You know the nuns. Have you been to all these Muslim hijabi women? You know, I lived in the north. I was born, bred, and buttered in the north. I've lived amongst Muslims. I've lived in Dubai. I've lived among Muslims. I'm telling you, start from the people I've seen, people I've lived with. I have not seen any of them that focuses on her brain. And I am telling you guys here that if you go to the United States, most of the girls that do this BBL do not have a college degree. If someone can focus on making $10,000
to go and do BBL, and yet do not have a college degree. It tells you something about that person's personality. It tells you that that person has neglected developing her medulla oblongata and has focused on her Bakassi. It's simple.
So you mean the focus is on the Bakassi oblongata, not the medulla oblongata.
And that means education is not in a scale of preference. BBL is in a scale of preference.
That my food.
It's simple. It's basic economics 101.
Okay, it's there.
Wisdom. Service, you seem done with this conversation.
No, not quite. We're not having a conversation from an angle where I can contribute anymore. It's John is enjoying. It's just trivial.
Brother Shanta, thank you so much. You made my day today.
No, I'm even okay with John being an extremist. I don't have a challenge with that, right? But the conversation is not following any kind of pattern where we are truly trying to see it's more like it's just an argument and who can, one of the other. But I'm trying to...
No, I'm not arguing, bro, Savage, no.
No, hold on, John. See, if I'm having a conversation... Hold on, if I'm having a conversation, in the end, I'm still trying for you to see my point. I want to see your point. But that's not what we're doing. You're trivializing, you want to laugh about it, you want to... John, there are some things that you're just saying right now, eh? John, you get what they talk when they say, the conversation don't end. If you're coming into a conversation, it's just like a Muslim and a Christian meeting, and a Muslim saying that Muhammad is everything, and the Christian saying Jesus is everything. There is no need for them to be talking anymore. They are both set in stone. What's the whole argument for? Do you see what I'm trying to say? But if they want to have a conversation, it's because maybe they feel like there are nuances and there's some overlaps, and that is what the discussion will be based on. But you are coming down and saying that, and you're even making statements. You are making I see the overlaps too, but he's not discussing them. He's going like brain and butt cannot go together. And how do you respond to that? Okay, you respond to that.
It can't actually.
So why are you not saying anything to that? It's like you are appealing both sides. Okay, say something to it then if it does.
See.
And that's why I'm not saying anything anymore. I'm just listening.
This is light.
Wait,
I've turned off the lights. Light and darkness cannot stay together.
See, they can go together, but there's a point. There's a limit. How intelligent is too intelligent and how big is too big. That was a balance in everything.
Wait, but Mr. John.
Bro,
Mr. John.
That's a disingenuous conversation.
Wait, but Mr. John.
Because when I came into this conversation, that was the first thing I asked. I said, what's the parameters for smartness? Then what are the parameters for what is big and what is too big? So we are just having all of this conversation on some arbitrary perception that John has of what intelligence is and what a big behind is, and then we're having all of this conversation. And
wait,
then
but
he's laughing
Mr.
about
John.
what are the parameters? Let's go from there.
Wait, but Mr. John.
Behind is natural. It's possible for the lady to be extremely intelligent. If it's natural.
Don't give up.
And you use the word.
Mr. John.
Possible.
Mr. John.
I also gave an analogy, right? If you go with that perception, what about places like South Africa where most of the women are naturally like that? Now you are going to take that whole class and that country and say they are all done.
And I answered you because in South Africa, all of them are naturally endowed. They know that endowedness does not attract their men anymore because I have water.
Wait, but Mr. John.
Is that an argument?
So they will now then focus on their brains to add something to what they can.
Wait, but Mr. John.
Yes.
I think you accidentally shot yourself in the foot. Yeah, in the sense that, what is it again? Initially, when I asked you the question, you said that it's the women who focus on it. And then you also said that big behind and brains can't be in the same body, which made that statement more objective than the other one.
You're breaking on.
Can you hear me?
Just repeat yourself.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I said that when I asked you that question, you said it was not the big behind, it was about where they are focusing on. And then this other time, you said that both big behind and brains can't can't
Stay in the same body.
Yes, so this one where you're saying brain and big behind can't stay in the same body is more objective, and it's contradicting what you said about the focusing part, because the focusing part now has some subjectivity to it, in the sense that there are women who have the big behind but choose not to focus on the big behind.
Okay. Yes. Thank you for your submission. Can I respond?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay. Amara,
Yes.
how many girls have you seen with a big behind
How many?
that does not? Girls have you seen with a big behind that does not focus on it? You have female friends. Let's call a spade and not a farm instrument. How many girls have you seen with a big behind that does not focus on it? They wear tight things to expose it. They try as much as possible to let you see it. Even in their pictures, even when they want to take a picture of their face, they try to twist their face at an disproportionate angle to show that behind while they are getting their face.
Wait, but the one on
It's a focus.
but the one on tight clothes, you
Baba,
can't say that they are intentionally trying to
you know,
show
say we dey
themselves.
social
It's
media.
like
Social media don't
wearing
change. Small,
something
small
you
children
like.
don dey drag am
Because
cross,
me,
so
I'm
Baba,
lean. If I wear something
that
fitted,
one
people
go
won't say
walk,
I'm
dey
exposing
play.
my
Now,
body.
There's some feedback
no
from
walk,
your.
play again.
I'm struggling to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
My
I'm
parents
struggling to
don't
hear. I
do
think
for
there's a
service.
feedback
So
from
I
Does
think
your
say make I
does your
leave
dad
that
have
one
a
chill
mic
with you
on?
small.
Does somebody have a mic on?
No. Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, okay.
we
Yeah, we can
can
hear you now. The mic
When
was
do you
far.
want me
Yeah,
to
go
edit?
ahead.
I'll be
Okay,
relatively
I'm
free.
saying that, well, first of all, actually, in my experience, I've seen girls with big behinds that don't focus on the big behind.
Saturday?
In fact, they
What
hate
time
it.
on Saturday?
But let's not go in. But my own is that you said wearing tight
I no
clothes,
go
but you
wait
can't
that
really say that
line.
they're
During the week
intentionally
is busy
wearing
for you.
tight clothes to show their big behind. They're just born
Monday or
with that big
Tuesdays.
behind. It's
But
like
Tuesday, you know,
someone saying
Monday
that
is
I'm
always beginning
wearing.
of the week.
So if I
Madness.
wear tight clothes, people wouldn't see
Saturday would
it
have
as
been
a
fine
big
if
deal
not for that 9
because
a.m.
I'm
That Tuesday, like
small
what
in
time?
size. I'm petite. But those people, they are actually born that way, and they
11
have.
Amara,
is
you have to
perfect. I'll
kick your dad out
remind
of
you
the
on
room.
Monday.
What he's saying is interfering with
11
you.
is
Kick him
fine
out.
for me. 10 is a bit early, but
I
11
don't
is
do that
fine.
one.
He said thumbs up.
All right, bro. We'll
All
go
right, go ahead.
gist.
So he wants to round up.
Sorry, I wanted to book my car for service, so I needed to
Okay.
put that call through. So, what
So
did you?
what is
All
wrong?
right, Amara,
I
go
said
on.
I've seen girls with
With
big
focusing on
behind
big
that don't
behind, what
focus
is
on
wrong
their
with
big
that?
behind. I'm saying that the reason why people think them wearing tight clothes is them trying to entice or focus on their big behind is because they already naturally have that big behind. If I wore a mini skirt and a girl with a big behind wore a mini skirt, the way they will condemn her, say she's intentionally showing it, is simply because of the availability of the behind. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Don't be like girl, we get big bobby when you can't wear corset or komu or costeoneering.
Still new.
Imagine girl we carry this kind of thing for chest. It don't be like this. They can't use coste try pack am like this.
And it's not their fault, they are made that way.
But they will know. You see,
It's
let me tell you. By the
natural.
time everybody compliments, Amara, you have
Let
nice
them do
eyes.
what they
Amara,
want
you
to
have
do
nice
with
eyes.
it.
You will not take it for granted. You see, let me tell you, in Nigeria especially, we have a very useless set of men. Nigeria is where a man can see his brother's wife and want to toast her. We useless well for this Nigeria. So, because it is what we are buying, it becomes what they are selling, even when they don't know that they have it. By the time 10 men don't offer you money, I know girls that were good girls but became bad because they could not resist the continuous offers. Then they now went to go and date one small boy out of love. That one now broke their heart. They now looked at it that this small boy that I dated, I gave my all, broke my heart. Meanwhile, there's one man that is ready to give me 10 million naira for a weekend. So by the time they do 10 million naira for 2 weekends, before you know, you don't enter 50 million. Before you know, they're going to demand Lamborghini. And I'm not making this up. You saw that happen. Big shout out to Bro the Chanter. Thank you so much for making today special for me. I think we can end it here. We've had such a lovely time with everyone. God bless you, John. God bless you, Savage. And also our brother, Sheni. God bless you. And to my lovely Amara.
One last question, please. Can someone tell me why only realtors with big behind are successful in Nigeria? With this, I end my submission. And can we please go home?
Deji, is there a comeback to that? Because you see that when they are selling their houses, oh.
They take a picture.
You see this house in Lekki?
Daddy Freeze.
Huh?
I have not, in any of this conversation, assumed that people are not using their bodies or whatever it is that they have to enhance what they do. John, hold on. Please,
Oh yeah, John, you two wait now.
I only said that the generalization and saying that that is all a woman that has a big ass can offer, like there cannot be a brain in the same body where there's a big behind. That's all I'm talking against. Everything else I knew.
If there was brain there, they'll focus on the ROI of that building and not on their yash. There's no brain there. Some of them don't even know what ROI.
All right, guys, at this bombshell, we say goodbye. I want to say goodbye and good night. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. See you tomorrow. I'm not coming back later tonight. Make I use and catch small sleep. I don't overtry. 4 hours. Kilo day. 4 hours, Abi. Somebody say they fly aeroplane, go somewhere. He reach there, still they live. God bless you all. Take care.